It wasn't even plugged into the computer.
Anybody?
No, nothing. No.
Well, it takes a second to read.
God, I'm so fucking good. I'm like Jesus Christ incarnate. And I'm also super humble. Alright, now I have a donut in my mouth. Welcome back to Witness Guild. Episode 17, because, 16 and a half. No. It would be 17 and a half. Last week, we tried to air 17. We actually played like a full fucking game.
Yeah.
And then realized
we had like an hour
sound
left.
isn't working. Oh, donut to the throat.
It was the best session we've ever had. It would have put us on the map.
Yeah, it was like an hour left in our gameplay too.
I have my notes that I will go over of what happened in that session to fill in our gap before we start this session. And then if you guys have anything to add, feel free to add to it.
Voltaire hates everything that's happening.
So that episode actually started off with Budownik in a dream.
Oh yeah, fighting Orcus. That's not a big deal.
Orcus.
We can go
while fighting Orcus, you actually fell under a spell in which you began hallucinating and seeing your mother and having a little bit of communication with her. Unfortunately, you were asking some deeper questions than what she could answer because she was only your subliminal messaging.
Your conscience.
Orcus eventually ended you in that dream, in which you woke up to your friends. Shortly after that...
Tie bandana on my eyes.
Yeah. Shortly after
Oh, wait. We're missing something. Something big.
Yeah, no, I remember now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How can you not- Emberly died.
Emberly died.
All y'all.
That was like 10 episodes ago, but that happened. You guys also began traveling to Groundspire. You notice that some of the land is still ruined by the demonic presence. Demonic presence.
You got
Jesus. There. Wow, English is hard.
Taro.
Jeez. Yeah. Sorry, guys. A little dyslexic when I speak. I forgot where I was. Oh, some of it was demonic. While some of it was healing.
So smart.
Garyon, at one point, teleported you guys back to the carriage, in which you guys then grabbed your undead and began traveling 2 days from there.
Somehow they found sunglasses.
Which
was weird.
They were cruising.
Yeah.
Oh.
Food stuffed in their pockets.
Yes, there was some food stuff
in
their pockets. It looks like they've been places. You guys managed to...
One shot coming near you soon.
Yeah, you guys managed to then travel to Groundspire. And as you approached Groundspire is...
We didn't make it to Groundspire, did we?
Yeah, we did.
I thought we made it to the outside.
Just outside of it. We weren't in it.
No, we didn't even make it to there. We bought some diamonds.
You did. You went and bought some diamonds.
We're
you
on
went
a
to a little shanty town on the outskirts.
Yep.
Didn't we threaten them?
However, where you guys ended, there was a spire in the ground. It was...
Groundspire?
Yeah. It was made of a white stone.
I remember that.
Alabaster.
That makes sense.
As you kind of walked the perimeter, it didn't really have a door and entrance or anything. And eventually, a vault-like door in the side of this rock opened up for you guys, in which you guys entered.
I don't know if we entered the door. Did we enter the door?
Oh yeah. Voltaire walked right the hell in.
You guys walked on in. You guys actually walked down a level.
Then I walked in. Okay.
When we get back from our introduction.
We're fine for that.
Welcome to the guild. The world of Ethway and its 16 regions are a battlefield of chaos. Those that can bring stabilization to this world are known as heroes. The ones fighting for this title today are Voltaire, a true adventurer with a love for combat, looking to help where he can. Nazlith, a shy elf with an affinity for fortune and magic. Budanik, the master artificer. He has two passions, tinkering and being the best. And finally, Willow and Emberly, the divine twins. These Genasi sisters have mastered the art of elemental fighting and protect their kingdom at all costs. Together, this is a powerful group. Will they fight the chaos of Ethway and prevail, or fall one by one? Find out this week on The Woodness Guild.
Oh, are we doing anything
Mike
with
wants
the board?
to talk about this.
And welcome
Why would you?
back. Did you guys have anything to add to
Yeah, I know.
that introduction? Did you have anything to... we can talk about that. I have.
I'm so upset.
As
right
someone
now.
who works
Dude,
in an insect
same.
lab, I
Same.
can absolutely- However, did you have anything to add to our previous session, which got lost in time because of,
Lost in translation.
sound?
The lost episode. You know what you should do?
Yeah, it's our lost episode.
No, we should fucking dub it. We should dub it as ourselves.
Oh, what? You know how much work that is?
It'd be so much work.
That is insane amount of work.
Voltaire is probably dancing in his little sparkle pants. Yep, that is his little dance. He's yodeling now.
You just put in quotation marks.
Like now.
Inaudible mumbling. all
Third
the
person observations of your character the whole time.
Right.
grunts.
We'll treat it like an after the show commentary. Oh, yeah, here he was totally pissed off. He's like, "Why are you all doing these dumb things?"
That would be funny to do.
I will take that as you don't have anything to add.
No. I think I just woke up from a slumber and then was walking towards like going into the thing.
Well, you just might have to wear walrus little tusks.
Take your time, Devin, take your
Should
time.
I just wear a mask over it?
No, just wear your walrus tusks.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
you-
probably gonna take a few minutes.
Yeah, you're fine,
I
you're
keep
fine.
brushing it, but
You're fine.
I can wear a mask.
Listen, man, I got some beer.
Take your time,
Ooh.
man.
You know, if you snorted a shot, the alcohol
Oh,
would definitely close that up. real
no. You are out of your mind.
Yeah, I'll do it if you do it.
fast. Let's do it.
All right.
No.
You know,
You
So,
are out of your mind.
Where we left off,
You first.
as you guys approached Groundspire,
The actual Groundspire.
yes, literally a
Spire
spire
in
in the ground. It is a large, it's about 100 foot in diameter, probably about 60 to 80 feet tall, made up of this beautiful white stone. As you guys first approached it, there's no doors, no windows. It is literally just what looks like a carved rock in the ground. When a door happens to open out of the side of this rock in vault-like fashion. Voltaire, being the first one to enter, as you guys all follow, you guys go down a row of spiral stairs into the first chamber you entered. It is seemingly empty when you enter it. Across the room, there's another door in which you guys went through that door as well and began to go down that spiral staircase. And that is where we left off.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand, and I'm also gonna pull out my crossbow that I've never used once.
I was like, when have you used a
I'm gonna
crossbow?
knock an arrow,
Yep.
and I think it's prudent, if we know of the location, that we try to keep it a little bit quieter, perhaps.
I got the pretty good feeling about this place. I'm not really scared, so I'm just going to walk on
Oh,
forward.
okay, well, I'm gonna linger in the shadows and let him get eaten by whatever eats him.
Yeah, and as you guys kind of finish your spiral staircase down the next room, yes.
I'm gonna really quick just hit the back of Budownik's head. Just death ward real quick before he gets too far from me.
I accidentally squeezed the trigger and shoot him.
And as you guys are all
One point of damage.
I'm just like, hold the
As you
fuck up.
guys are all kind of doing this in the front, Garen is walking behind you guys, just like, what the fuck? As you guys enter the next chamber, the spiral staircase enters the center of a room, which is a square platform. And as you guys kind of walk to the edges of this square
Like
platform,
Gary.
there is only a fence, or a handrail, I should say, that goes about to your waist high. And you guys are right now overlooking the city of Groundspire, which is underneath this.
It's
underneath the
underground?
ground. It's a
Oh,
giant
okay.
cave.
Wait, when did we
and-
go up?
And as you look through this city, it's very well lit in here at this
Because
point.
of the fires all over the place?
You don't see any fires. It looks like a very normal city. It is operating as a normal city. As you walk around, you do see humans.
I
You
get
see
it now.
some.
Groundspire.
You see.
Whoa, that's
Whoa!
lovely! Hey!
Get this woman a Klondike bar.
Oh my
You
goodness!
guys can definitely see some half orcs, some humans, some half elves, some hobgoblins.
Oh shit, did we just open the door for him?
There's even
Did we close the door behind us?
I don't
the
think
door
so.
closed.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
close automatically, right?
Automatically.
Okay.
You
If
guys-
not, I'm running up the stairs and like.
the two doors you entered. to
Okay.
that.
What is the general feel of the city?
Well, as you overlook this city, below you,
Is it like hustle bustle like war times?
it's
or like,
probably close to 1,000 feet below you.
Oh, good.
You're looking at multiple towers, large 3-4 story buildings, all of which are built out of this beautiful white rock that you see above. The city is almost glowing from like underneath due to the light that is hitting it. It does look very hustle bustle, very normal city compared to what you guys have
We're
been
not
to
greeted
in the
with like
last
armed
month.
guards.
No one has really greeted you up to this point. However, as you guys are on this platform and sitting there overlooking the city, you will begin to feel this platform.
Did you need to say something?
Before we start tonight.
You will
I'm
begin
just
to-
so disruptive tonight, guys.
You are.
You will begin to feel the platform drop. And it's kind of
Right.
going down about 10 feet every 30 seconds. It's not a real fast pace, it's kind of slow. As it kind of drifts sideways as well and into the city. And as you guys kind of get closer and closer to the city, looks like a very normal city. There's normal business going on. Anything you'd like to do as you approach this?
They start banging on the glass. It's end times. The world is ending. Do you even know?
Right, no, doesn't it feel like this is a little out of place?
I don't know. Maybe
Anybody here see through illusions?
Orcus doesn't know how to get. Oh, that's a good point.
If you get close enough, can't you see through them?
Remember, glass is broken the last fight.
He just starts touching everything.
Can't you just make another pair?
I didn't make those. Friend of mine.
Do I know anything about Groundspire?
I'm just holding
Groundspire.
Roll a history check for me.
I just think that it is a nice place, and they have been untouched by the war.
Hey,
Because maybe Orcus is afraid of phallic objects, so he said, "Oh no, nowhere near
21.
the Groundspire."
they could put it in my butt.
Right. It is perfect
This
size.
is perfect size.
You wouldn't know much about Groundspire. You may have heard your father speak of it a couple times.
Oh, I've never talked to my dad.
Oh, well. You don't know shit about Groundspire.
Great.
From reading,
Right.
you might know that it is a pretty safeguarded place. It's very hard to enter from your
Clearly
knowledge.
not.
They don't, like, it's considered one of the most protected places in
Okay.
all of that way, based on how it is built in the
We
ground.
thought
There's
getting those
basically
jackasses
two
to
ways
move was gonna be
in
hard.
and out.
Right.
So with my history, like, could I assume that this seems about normal?
I would say
Hustle
that
and
you
bustle
probably
of
don't
Groundspire?
know
I don't
like
know about
the normal like goings on of this city
Okay.
as far as that's concerned. From a historical standpoint, they would just be really known for
It's been a hush hush.
like very defensive. They don't try to like invade other people, but they will protect themselves at all costs.
Do I know that Groundspire is
Um,
actually underground?
Yep, you
Okay.
know that it's an underground place. Like this is fairly normal for you. Like the visual of this is normal.
Okay.
You did not. This is not anything unexpected for you.
Okay. I think that perhaps we should go talk to what you say head honchos.
Right. I was just gonna ask. Does anybody have anybody dead in their pockets or something like that?
Anyone dead in my pockets?
Yeah, like somebody's head, because they're really not gonna take us seriously as soon as we get down here. Been around these types. They think they're safe, so they just have this overwhelming sense of security, and they can't think past the borders of their fucking city. And as soon as we get down to the bottom, they're gonna be like, "Oh, there's nothing to worry about. Oh, laddie, you're so concerned for nothing." And they're just ridiculous, and it's not gonna go well.
I think that we need to talk to the big head honcho guy. And
Yeah, that's what I'm
do you
saying.
have
We
any
take a dead
heads on
head
your
of
body?
somebody's skull, and we throw it on the ground at the guards in front of us and say, "Hey, that was the last guy that told us." No, that's not how we should phrase it.
Wow, you're
How
going
about
extreme.
the fact
extreme.
that we made a pact with Garyon?
Yeah, I
Garyon's
don't really
not.
want them
I
to
think we should
know
keep that hush hush.
Not that we have to tell them we made a pact, but
What are we keeping hush hush?
that you're you.
I'm not.
Wait,
You are.
did they happen to worship you here too? Because that would be kind of
Groundspire-
information
I know
to know.
nothing about this.
Groundspire
Great.
is on
This is
the
new-
Seat of
new to
Gatling,
me.
like Alliance team,
Okay.
right? So, I'm gonna go ahead and say that his presence is probably not overly welcome here.
Can I look around and see if there's like a point or maybe a? Am I able to see the horizon?
As you kind of take a moment to look around after having this conversation that we've had for the last couple minutes, you will realize that you are
Details.
fairly close to the ground at this point, probably within about 50 feet.
Am I laying on it?
What?
What do you mean? Like,
'Cause
oh, because we're on it.
riding
Oh,
bike.
that's what you mean.
And as you kind
Okay.
of look across the plain, you're just now getting to like the top of the houses and buildings as you kind of are descending down. And as you kind of look down where you're descending to, there's a nice little platform there. You see 6 guards standing there. And as you guys, all of which are wearing...
They look like they're waiting for us.
I say, do they look like weapons in hand?
They don't look weapons in hand. They are just standing there very casual.
Yeah, he's like, hold up,
They're like doing this.
If someone wants to roll an insight, be my guest.
Yeah,
Ooh, I'm not good at
I'm
this.
in on that.
I'll help you with that.
23.
23, that's very good. You would know
They're not
from your
posturing.
travels and from your how you dealt
Really?
with military personnel, you're a pretty casual person yourself. You kind of have those cues on
You're
how
Basic bitch.
Just a casual. Just a casual. Just the most crazy
as
nature in the whole
opposed to a
fucking
very
world.
like structured military.
I invented a
military
fucking
way.
laser and I'm casual?
Let's
Yeah,
take it to a laser beam.
yeah.
I'm just teasing.
And they don't look like they're like on a post. And they kind of just look like this is their typical day job.
Oh,
And they're just kind of waiting for you guys to come down. And that being said, this is about the time you guys are like hitting the ground. And as you do, one of them kind of looks over at you. Fungi, we've been waiting for you. You ready to?
Our reputation precedes us. Yes, take us to your leader.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
bring tidings.
Torlane told us you'd be here weeks ago. But
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yes, Torlane.
Torlane, Chancellor Torlane, see the Gatling?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Great, yeah. Nope.
That's
sounds
great.
good.
Yeah.
Is he privy to everything
She.
that is happening in
Oh.
the
Torlane, she.
world?
Torlane is a she.
Torlane, she.
I don't remember. Did we even talk to
Yes, Torlane was the
Chancellor
very first
Torlane
Day
was the
one.
first
That's
person that we talked
You'll
to.
have a chance to speak with her.
Well,
I'm
we're
sorry,
kind of in a,
Torlane's here.
No. We communicate.
Oh, yes.
we're in like a little bit of a hurry.
I was actually just going to go against that. We're actually very dirty, and we could use baths. Do you have private baths that would fit all of us?
Were
at
we
the same
not
time?
rushing to try and the big guy?
Yeah, no,
Anyways,
I totally get it.
Before the
Please-
ooh
please
and
take
the
us-
get to and then we
Continue.
don't
I'm
have to
sorry.
fight them both at the
I'm just gonna just take us where we need to go, please. Thank you.
oh,
There will be
I need
passing
10
for you guys. Don't worry about that.
Thank
Just in
you.
the bathroom.
can I do that? Can I ritual cast while we're walking?
What do you need for it? What is it?
If you guys heard that,
Is
was my
it
elbow.
do you have to talk? Do you have to
Did not sound nice.
Verbal, somatic, and material. But I have my staff, so that cancels material. So verbal and somatic, yeah, I'd be mumbling under my breath the whole time.
Okay, so maybe if you're trying to focus, maybe hold one of our hands while you're walking if you're focusing. Could
I'll
that
hold
be
her
it?
hand.
Sure. Cool.
Okay,
Awesome.
so while we're walking, Nazith will be tuned out for 10 minutes, casting telepathic bond. Do we want to include Garion?
He could just jump in.
He already reads our minds.
Don't
And as
worry.
you guys are kind of like thinking about that, he literally just like connects to all you guys. I can jump in.
Okay.
Wait,
Can you act as
Can
like
we
a
talk
bit
to
of a
him?
relay between all of us?
I say it with my mind. Can you link all of us together?
Never asked me to, but yeah.
Oh my god, this man. Or being.
Gary, if you have any other more useful things, feel free to just jump in there and say
Oh, I have a demon prince gun that kills him in one shot. You didn't ask for it.
it. Do you have like an instant teleporter that brings us the chains of Orcus? Because
I
that'd be
don't
great
mean to be
too.
rude, but contractually speaking, you just need to ask me for something. I'm here to do one.
We're all saying this, by the way, telepathically, going
Yes.
like this
Oh, yeah, I
to
know.
him.
We're walking in dead
We're walking in
silence.
dead silence, but like
Shooting
Guard
daggers.
this one, or like just like
They're like trying to do like casual conversation. Like, so where are you from? And we're all like,
making looks at him.
see that little eye twitch thing where it's like, fucking, god damn it, Gary.
yeah. And as you guys are kind of having this little conversation, the lead guard kind of looks at you, taking you to Chieftain Rodskovich, LOEW.
What?
Oh god.
Spell
Can you
that.
spell that,
Did you
please?
just sneeze?
RODCKAVIC
Rodskovic?
DALU.
D-A-L-U. Dalu?
Like those are two separate things.
Right,
Yeah.
I really,
Okay.
really appreciate this guy's candor with, telling us all these things and whatnot. Didn't we get sent here because they lost communication with this town? And all of a sudden they have communications again? Is anybody else?
I kind of left that up to you guys to manage those details.
Hey, can you what are your vibes on this guard?
Oh, he seems like a pretty straight shooter to me, but...
Can you insight?
You mean like he's
did.
good with an arrow?
You incited I thought you insight the
him.
people.
No, he incited the guard.
Very casual.
And he got that they were pretty
Casual.
casual. They don't seem very aggressive. They are pretty. I'd say they're telling the truth to you. They don't seem like they're hiding anything.
What is this
they've been
guard's name?
Pretty open. This guard
Hey,
Ask
Larry,
him.
what's your name, brother?
has not told you his name.
What's your name?
Now you can call me Tillium.
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 Great, it's very nice to meet you. Fantastic that you're bringing us to Mr. Roland
Dalu.
Dalu.
That'd be Chieftain.
Yeah, no, male, female.
Chieftain
them, they.
Dalu.
Great.
Yeah, he.
Great. Awesome. So that's so wonderful to hear that. How you guys been faring? Any news of demons taking over the world or anything like that?
We got a little help from LOEW. They've been
Who?
LOEW.
Bless you.
It's a team of. You've not heard of LOEW.
Who is would I just bring
That
anything
isn't
in?
short for low rad, is it? Because we have
low
some things.
Rider?
Florida?
That was stretching it.
LOEW? LOEW?
I prefer the,
The
Home Depot.
store? Yeah.
No. Anyways, another faction is here helping us defend. They are.
They must be a lesser faction. That's probably what it is. We're actually pretty high ranking.
They're probably all dressed in blue. and
When did
red
they
and
show
orange,
up?
Yeah,
right?
They've
We're
been
They carry
here
like
for
2x4s.
Okay,
That's
we
the
like to
weaponry.
fix the things better.
about 3 weeks now.
One
3
little
weeks?
tiny hammer and a couple nails.
Right.
By any chance, would we be able to talk to the head of the LOEW?
I'm sure.
Who would that be?
What have they been? What
They've been here for
What
3
do they
weeks.
bring?
They haven't
to the
done
table.
anything nearly as cool as we have. That's the end of that story.
What do they bring to the table?
I'm sure we will all be able to meet with them. We will have a round table, figure out what our next steps are.
I've noticed that you don't really like to gossip about anybody. That's no fun.
It's
Come
not
on.
my
When was the
place
last
to-
Spill the tea.
I
over
say
that.
mentally, you
contact.
guys are asking way too many in-depth questions.
We're
Right.
on a little bit of a time crunch.
Where's
I
your
know we're in a time
favorite
crunch, but you're
restaurant
asking
here?
intense questions.
Because we have
And your
intense
favorite meal.
problems.
My favorite restaurant is Stew. It's
Stew.
really
That's
fun.
so weird. There was another place just like that, wasn't there? It was I can't remember.
Well, Stew's can't beat it. Big loaf of bread with your dip it and
Oh, excellent.
Oh, Stew's stew.
it,
Right. It was your accent that threw me off. It's just so foreign and strange.
sorry.
Just so we can make proper introductions, who's the head of LOEW?
I'm sure you will meet them eventually.
Oh, do you not
Guys,
know?
like
It goes by Captain Nemi.
Captain Dying?
Nye?
Nine?
NYE?
N-E-A?
No, yeah, that's
N-E-A?
right.
Nay?
Nye.
Nye?
Nay?
Knee?
Nya?
Knee!
Nya?
You're saying that's how she wants it pronounced. I don't make
What?
the rules.
Nine?
Nine.
9.
Okay. I'm gonna put the number 9 to remind myself how to say that.
Well, I'm going to call her Nia.
Probably rude.
Her,
Yeah.
Calling her Nia?
And as you guys begin walking through this city, you will be passing some very beautiful stone buildings. Everything is made of the exact same stonework. There's no like creases or anything. This looks like it was like, magically built for better.
Could I like take note in my take note of like the layout?
Definitely can as you kind of go by.
In my
You'll notice that
journal?
most of this is on a grid structure under here. They're fairly, because of the restricted space, they have to be pretty good with what they use. And although when you guys are on that platform, you couldn't see the end of this city. It goes for quite some time. You guys have been walking for about 15 minutes, I would say.
While we're doing that, I'm gonna ask, what is the game plan for this? Who's gonna be talking? I think we need to play this outright.
I vote you.
You as in who?
You.
Me?
Yep.
You really think that is a good idea?
I think it's a great
What's
idea.
wrong with me?
Nothing.
I agree as well.
You
She
know,
has the most information.
Truly.
intelligence
put
isn't
together.
really, but like she hasn't quite been emotionally stable as of lately.
Emotionally stable because you keep reminding me that you killed my sister.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Look,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to help you get to the next stage of your grief. And
There are like 72
I
stages
went
of grief.
through
that
all-
you have
at
to
least
go
all
through.
stages
I've gone
of
through
grief have now
25
been passed.
personally.
Yeah. Right. I'm still grieving over certain situations.
I'm not an
in my
emotional
past.
person.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
being that you're not an emotional person, I think you're the most equipped to handle a very strategic and logical conversation.
And what do you guys want from this?
I don't want you to take what I said the wrong
Character
way. I just want to
building.
make sure that your head is in the game and you're not like, let's go kill bitches because I want, the
I don't think I've ever been that way through our how many months? We've been together for months, right?
It has. I have
How long
not
has it
heard
been?
of a good Little Boys story in a long time. But yeah, it's been.
It's been about.
You remember that lullaby?
It's
of
been a
Little
month?
Boys?
Well, I feel like
Only a month?
I feel
Probably
like
a month
you
and a half.
probably
Okay.
missed
Wait,
out
since
on
we
it.
started? I thought we were several months into this.
No, probably a month and a half.
Damn.
Yeah, I think you guys were traveling
We are
for.
productive.
I thought we went like a month of traveling just to get from Sea to Gatling. To one place.
See, the Gatling only took 3 weeks.
No, to get from Sea to Gatling to the place where we first fought LOEW.
Right, that was about 3. No, that was 2 weeks.
That was like 2 weeks, yeah.
That was 2 weeks.
And
Flash
the
mob.
Little Boys happened when you were in the cave and we went and saved you. We were like, hold on to our pants.
You
let's
didn't
fly.
travel through time, right? No?
Hmm?
You didn't
What?
go through time, right? That's okay.
When?
Yeah, no. I don't think you did.
Different campaign.
Oh, say
And as you
different.
guys are kind of like talking, you kind of hear the guard or a different guard pop up. Yeah, Joffrey's Toffees and Coffees. It's a great place too. You can go there.
I'm not
in the
that
morning
big
for
a fan
breakfast.
of
It's
coffee.
fantastic.
I'm not a
And
big
toffee.
fan of Joffrey.
I mean, it's a.
Me neither.
You're right, guy.
What's wrong with Joffrey?
I
It sounds
think
like he's
if
a
he
really
was-
great guy. He's
I
got toffees and
Just
coffees.
misunderstood. He likes to have fun with the bow and arrow and the whore.
And that's about the time that you guys begin to walk up to this huge rounded building. It's like a cone shaped. It has a little tiny spire on the top of it. It is rather similar to the one that's on top.
Saying it's like
This
a
would
dome
be-
with a obelisk on top of it.
Yes.
So if you're looking down at it, it looks like a boob.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
I was thinking very particular.
if you were from a bird's eye view, it might look like a boob.
Yeah.
As you enter this building, the first room is gigantic. There's a bunch of different benches on this that line like the walls, the outer
Like a
walls.
courthouse?
It's kind of similar to like the entrance of a courthouse. And you guys kind of mosey on through this room into the next room, which is then. Sorry, I'll look this up real quick.
What building is this? I ask. Till.
This is the town hall.
Oh, excellent.
And he kind of like walks you through one more large chamber. This one looks like it's like a small amphitheater where you have talks in briefings and those kind of things.
City council meetings?
City council meetings. And he kind of takes you back behind this room and into a small little room that has a golden door. And as he opens up this golden door, you guys enter a much smaller room. This room's probably about 40 feet by 40 feet. There is a large table in the middle of this room. It's a round table. Outlining the sides of this room are just books on books on books. There's 3 desks in this room, all of which kind of sit next to each other in the back. Sitting at this table is Chieftain Dalu. And sitting next to Chieftain Dalu is his... well, you guys don't know what he is, but he's his helper, Woodrow. Chieftain... I keep wanting to say this. We're going to call him Rods. Chieftain Rods is a half-orc. He is wearing...
What? Who's Rods?
Wait, what?
Rod's down.
Rodskovich.
Oh, you changed it from Dalu.
No. Rodskovich.
Yes, Rodskovich Dalu.
Okay, so
Two-
Dalu is now
Rodskovich.
Rod now.
No, we're
Same
just
name.
calling him
Cool.
Rods.
Yes.
Right, but he called him Chief Dalu, and
I
I
called
was...
him a couple
yeah.
things. You're
Yeah,
right.
so
You're
you're
throwing
sticking
us
with Rod.
curveballs.
All right.
I'll call him Chief Dalu.
Now his name
Chief
is
Rod,
Kevin.
man.
Yeah, Chief Dalu.
Okay.
Gary, 2.
He's a half-orc. He's a rather large man. He's about 6'6". He's got solid black hair. It's shaved, just so it's just on the top. It's not quite a mohawk. It's just a kind of semi-long, pulled back, clean shaven sides.
So we're calling it undercut, Chris.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Oh!
Sure.
Get fucking low, dude. Get fucking low.
I don't know how these haircuts work.
Did you do any research for this?
Yeah, let me
He's
look up
wearing
haircuts,
a
military
giant-
cuts.
A giant furry white robe that is connected by a large gold medallion in the middle.
Makes sense. Chief stuff.
We've been expecting you.
Hello, Chief Dalu.
Pleasure to meet you
Hello.
in the flesh.
It's a pleasure to meet you too. Woodrow, now that they're here, will you go do your thing?
Do your thing. What was he doing?
Just a gift for you guys.
Telepathic link with fucking Gary real quick. Right, can you radar, can you tell when bad things are about to happen? You have a sense of that? Can you project yourself in a way that you can kind of keep an eye on our backs right now and make sure that we don't get stabbed for some reason?
If something happens, I'll...
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Now that we have to ask for everything.
Now that we have
Right.
to specifically ask you for every little detail of our contract.
Thanks.
Anyways,
Yeah, man.
Just
This is
fucking-
how we're gonna play it now.
literally just making hand signs as the chief's talking.
It took you guys a little longer than I expected to.
Yes, we weren't entirely wanting to be away for so long, but it seems like our travels took a little turn. I won't say for the worst, just a turn.
I would say you had some of us pretty worried.
But it was totally for the worst.
Torlane finally reached out to us a couple weeks ago,
Matches with what? Okay.
asking about your travels, and we just did not have an answer. So I'm sure she will be excited to hear from you.
Yes, we did talk to her a couple weeks ago, so we will definitely make sure to do a check-in with her.
As far as everything outside, how's it going? What did you guys do? Do you have
Well,
any stories for us?
We've been to
Yeah.
hell and back.
literally speaking,
Something just doesn't feel right, guys. Something doesn't feel
question
right to
for
this guy.
you. Can I? How does he look? Does he look manic? Does
That's
he
what I
look?
like here.
The guy that you're talking to?
Yes.
Like Sauron
Chief-
possessing him.
Chieftain Dalu?
Yeah, how's he
he's
looking?
He's oddly cheerful.
Eyes clouded?
No. Oddly cheerful, but he's there.
Is his helper whispering in his ear?
Yeah.
His helper left the room.
All right.
Kind of at the beginning of your guys' conversation.
Right.
You have no
He
fun.
does seem a little. I don't know.
Insight check?
Yeah, anyone else in the room?
Help
odd.
him with
He
that.
seems a little weird.
Oddities.
But he seems very happy and just go lucky and
Okay.
outside that. If you'd like to inside check him, you can.
Does he look
inside
like
check
he's
him.
high or drunk?
Can you roll with advantage of that? Because I would like also.
Are there any oddities in the room in general? Like any other
Can
people
I ask-
acting in the room?
Okay, so
Would you like to finish conversation? Because we can do that.
yeah, we'll play it like
okay.
this. We'll play it like this. As you guys are kind of standing there,
23 insight.
and Garion kind of sees that you guys are just like real skeptical about this.
Hands on
and you
holsters.
roll this insight check. You kind of like look at Garen and just give him a look, and he understands like what you're asking. And he just kind of looks around real quick. There's 8 guards in here. Just a heads up.
Sniff
Can
out.
we
Is
see
Orcus
them?
here? Can you smell
No,
Orcus?
you guys can't see
We
shit.
cannot
You
see
one
8 guards.
person.
Can you sniff?
We
for
see
Orcus?
one person.
We're legitimately like this guy is being super cheery, and we're literally
We're all rolling.
We're high strung. We're like
Hands ready, man. I'm just like, ooh, just gonna air out my hands, clammy.
Love it. And as you guys are kind of standing there,
I'll carry
Garen
conversation.
says that to you, and you guys kind of begin to tense up. Yeah, any fun stories or anything?
right, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little high strung right now. Things are kind of weird out there, and what's making it weird for me in here is that you are being weird about all of this.
Do you want to talk to Torlane?
No. I do.
I mean, we have a
question.
gift for you guys. Just
Right. Oh, you can wait on that. I mean, I really would
Yeah,
Got a
like.
bunch of mushrooms.
no. We got rid of those.
How did you get rid of that?
They told us. Oh, Torlane says you guys didn't really know, so they sunk them in the ocean. We're just
That okay.
Telepathically, I'm going to tell you guys.
Why don't we think of that?
A little concerned that there are wide groups of people like the city we just left that are,
Decimating.
yeah,
Completely
or
gone.
City
undergoing
seems untouched.
something.
This city is totally fine. Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, it's a great idea.
I ask. I say. So, I mean, honestly speaking, given the time frame it took us to get here, your city seems well protected,
We
and
are.
you have the LOEW here.
Telepathically, I'm going to say, what if they made a deal?
Best defended
That's
city.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Something's not right.
The LOEW. I don't believe that
had
Captain
a push, but
Nine is
Nine.
Hey,
Oh,
Guys?
she's here. You're going. You'll meet her.
hey, Gary.
right. Telepathically.
Telepathically, yeah. Gary,
Yeah.
do you smell anything like
I know, I asked him to
Orcus
smell Orcus
in this
before.
area?
No, he's not here, but he's definitely he teleported overnight. He's somewhere northwest of us.
Can you, by chance, identify if somebody's under a spell or something like that?
Yeah, this guy just seems weird.
Okay, so he's not under anybody's influence.
I don't get any.
Do you take him as an enemy at all?
No. I can kill all 6 of these people really quickly.
I mean, that is a pretty good ace to have in the hole there, but
You said there were 8.
However many I told you.
all right, insight check on Gary.
Gary is setting us up. Gary is setting us up.
By the way, the conversation, I'm not missing a beat, so he doesn't catch
Yeah,
on
that's
to
fine, that's
end.
fine.
Okay.
And as you guys are kind of having this conversation, in walks in Woodrow, and behind Woodrow,
I roll onto Willow's back and have my
who's
swords
Woodrow?
at the ready.
Woodrow was his little helper.
Sword.
He was a small human.
small
Who looked
human.
rather meek, and he's also in some white robes that are outlined in some gold.
Oh, living his best life. What?
And in walks in Caspian.
What? That's your dad.
Who
isn't
you
it?
would not.
I'm sorry.
I have my
The
sword out.
fuck,
And I'm
Chris.
holding it, man.
Wait, what?
How would I know that he's my father if I've never seen his face before?
You would know.
I would know.
You can tell because his bracers.
Does he go like this to me?
I would say, based on his position,
I'm gonna put my hands behind my back.
when he was
Kinda like,
in the same city you are from, in his rank, you are more than aware of what he looks like. He's probably a fairly well documented individual.
Okay, so I've seen pictures of him that I
Yes.
could. Okay, clearly.
And as he walks, in, just as
This
for
would be a
you,
great moment if my sister were here to see him.
What happened to her?
Oh, she's dead.
Caspian is a fire genasi. He's burnt gray skin. He's got short, orangish red hair on the top of his head that almost looks like it's like flames coming off the top of it, just barely. The sides of his head have also been shaved bald, and he has black tattoos on each side that are the symbol for wind.
Don't you dare say my name in any way, shape, or form.
We don't know who this is, right? Because she's never. We would.
You guys would not
Okay.
know.
I say
he
it-
has a rather strong jawline. Genasi have almost elf-like ears, but they're a little
Right.
more human size.
Yeah.
He's got dark red eyebrows that sit above his bright red eyes. He's got a fairly flat nose and almost like a Hercules chiseled lip.
Hercules.
He's got a goatee that matches his hair. He's wearing
really fucking cool.
He's wearing.
He is, man.
He's wearing a dark silver-colored leather armor. The top is sleeveless, and he's just like jacked. He's also wearing these silver bracers, different than the bracers that you.
Yeah, I'm covering my back with my things. I tell everyone telepathically, I say, don't say my name, don't say Emberly's name, don't say anything that would
Do I
identify
notice her
me.
put her hands behind her back?
Yeah.
I'll cast Prestidigitation to turn them into like flower or
And his
bracelets.
black pants
Thank you.
are covered with a dark silver armor on his thighs, his knees, and his shins, and he's wearing a small pendant on his shirt, and it's a little shield with 4 sections in it. One
recognize
representing water, one representing fire, one representing wind, and one representing earth.
I'm going to step over to him and I'm going to look him up and down.
Fuck.
And then I'm going to look at Chieftain Dua Lipa. Dalu.
Dalu. But I can't.
And I'll be like, this is a very nice gift, Chieftain. I think I'll take him right now if you don't mind. Do you have like a room or something?
This is Commander Caspian. This is not.
Not the gift?
He is a commander of LOEW. He's here to assist.
Oh, I'm the commander of the 5 Fungi. It is nice to meet you.
Well, it's perfect. You can have a conversation with him then.
I turned and said that to him. I would have turned and said to Caspian.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Curiosity, I am not going to contradict that at all.
Yeah, and as you kind of say that to
No,
him,
let
like,
this flow.
I'm gonna let this go. I'm going to see this go.
Very nice to meet you. My name's Caspian. I'm one of the 7 commanders of LOEW.
How large is your company? This low? How big is it?
Well,
how big is your unit?
we have 1 captain, 7 commanders. Under each commander is 3 sergeants. Under each sergeant is 5 soldiers.
Got her.
So we're fairly small, but we hold our own.
Do you generally work in like covert situations? Because we'll be honest, we have not heard of your company
ever.
We formed out of necessity, fear.
That was off the cuff.
He said fear. Cool. I'm just
As we've
a
been
little bit. Just
chased down, the majority of us. LOEW stands for the Legion of Elementals. Legion
elementals, you say?
Of elemental warriors.
I know a few elementals.
I telepathically say, "Don't you fucking dare bring attention to me."
I have met a few elementals in my travels. Always very friendly people.
There's that one guy
They
with
hardly
the rock
threaten-
hard abs. You remember him?
Right.
Right? And then there was that other guy.
Telepathically,
He was like, he just
I'm
could
gonna
move
ask you
like the
what
wind,
code
you
name
know?
you wanna
Yes.
go
It
by.
was really impressive.
His abs were
Doth.
rock hard, and that wasn't
We're
the only
calling
part.
That was not the
Willow
only
Doth.
part.
Yes.
Huh?
Telepathically, I tell you guys we're calling Willow Doth.
The city we just came from?
That's what she picked.
Okay.
No, Dawn.
Do me a
Dawn.
favor. For your prestidigitation, roll a sleight of hand check for me. I've already rolled mine.
Oh, okay. It is. They're behind my back. Does that help in any way? Hopefully.
Well, he rolled a perception check.
Oh.
To see
I
as he
interposed.
entered
I very
the
specifically
room.
said when the
You
doors
did,
open,
yeah.
I interposed
Not a
between
nat,
them.
but a 20.
Okay.
Very nice.
That'll be fine.
Sorry, dog.
My name is Dawn. My name is Dawn.
So, Caspian, what deeds has your
I was
company
like, okay.
accomplished? Are you aware of the state of the world outside right now?
We are well aware. We are one of the reasons that this town is still standing.
Do you work specifically for Groundspire?
At this moment, we are helping them, yes, and then we will move on to help whoever else is needed.
I don't mean to sound accusatory, but it's kind of felt like we're fighting against the whole entire goddamn thing ourselves over here. So it's a little, like, to hear that there's a company that's at least, 200 times our size. I don't know math. It seems a little strange that we have not heard of you, seen you in the battles. I mean, we just saved the city and almost lost and did lose some team members.
I mean, we tend to stay north and help those who ask.
Wait, so did Doth ask for help?
Doth did not. No.
They asked us pretty loudly, from what I
Yeah,
remember,
No, that was pretty.
as they screamed and died and turned to ash all around us.
It was pretty crazy.
Many of the places around here have turned to ash. It's unfortunate.
We're just wondering, you seem like you have this whole entire city that is well defended, not touched by any of this war, and we're over here ranging the countryside, and we seem to have more information than anyone in the world. Do you guys have anything that you can give us that we can use?
Literally, we came here just to say that Orcus was coming,
Right.
and so is the Demigorgon.
We have expected this
They're
place to be
converging on
destroyed.
this place. We did not expect to find a city here, and to find you all gleefully frolicking about like it's
We've defended
Tuesday.
ourselves from 2 of their attacks already.
I telepathically ask Budownik, ask him what their game plan is and what they need from
How
us.
do you intend to move forward? There is a Prince of Darkness on your doorstep, and you're just gonna rely on your city's reputation? They're bringing in 100-foot thing. How are we supposed to help you?
I say, ask a little bit nicer.
Look,
Forgive my second in
Chieftain
command.
brought
He's a
me
little bit of an upstart.
in here to
We had a game
Discuss
plan
a
going into
game
this,
plan
and
with
we
you guys.
totally lost it.
You derailed.
figure
Hey,
things out.
you ran! I fucking saw
I'm
my
not
down.
here
Back
to
the fuck off.
argue with you about what you've done or haven't done or need to do. That's on you.
Makes sense.
No,
If
no.
you
The
want-
protection of the world is to everyone who lives in the world because they're kind of part of it, you know?
We are offering protection to anyone who.
Did you send out information and warnings to towns? Have you helped in any way?
We haven't done that either. I say,
We are a small band. We do not have the resources that these people have.
We have brought many small villages to Groundspire.
I said that telepathically, and now you're yelling at me.
And
in
I
real
would have said it
life.
telepathically.
Oh, okay. I'm drawing no attention to myself.
No. Me too. You're doing great.
Ask them what
Men
their
and
game.
women.
Ask them what they would like us to assist
Not a
with.
guy-girl thing.
Okay, so now that we're here and we are of the helpful sort, is there anything that we can do for you?
I was hoping that we could share information and figure out how we.
Okay, we've given a fair chunk of our pie. Do you have any pie to give to me?
Oh, I got a pie. I want to give you.
I've had that pie plenty of times. It's gone a little stale.
Maybe. Said telepathically.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it? Oh, okay. Then my eyes are gonna go.
Everyone's just like.
They're like, yeah. How do you want to?
Everybody out of line is like, oh god.
Gary's like in the corner. He's like, what?
I'm all like,
Yeah.
Damn.
Just kidding, babe.
Yeah, if you. We'll bring in the captain and we can discuss.
I don't understand.
Great,
what
so
it is.
we're just
You're
like
all
on this
good.
little merry little jaunt to find the person in charge who can tell us the damn thing. Okay, can you bring
You
us to
said
the...
that
What?
you know that they are converging here?
We know that they're trying to meet up, and once they do, we're pretty much shit town fucked.
Oh shit! Should I be in this room?
So we need to.
He's already. Oh.
I will remind you, there are telltale signs of when you have been overtaken. Your eyes will roll
Yeah.
back.
Quick recap. Was
Yeah.
it from last session when he switches over? Is it? Did we say that it was his body that could be taken? Okay, so
It's
okay.
just his. He gets their vision. They swap vision.
They swap vision, but not like
But
body.
you said there were telltale physical signs we would see.
He essentially just like almost paralyzes.
Right.
And freezes up.
Okay, then every now and then I'm gonna go.
But keeping him blind
You do see his eyes go gray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's okay, got it.
and
Okay.
keeping him blindfolded, he said, would not change anything.
Okay. And then just another quick refresh. So Caspian is a captain or a commander?
He is a commander.
He's a commander. Got it. Okay, then I put
He's
it wrong.
one of the 7.
One of the 7. Okay, yeah. Okay, got it. Cool. Thank
Look,
you.
we
Sorry.
don't really have all the time in the world to chit-chat. We are on our way to do our best to try and stop these two forces of unbelievable power from meeting up and becoming an unstoppable
I
force of power.
telepathically say, do not mention that we need the shackles.
Of course, that is a good point.
Okay. Time is of the essence.
Indeed it is.
We have the resources you need here. We can come up with some kind of plan and help you. If you guys need to go on your way, that's.
Do you have any intel of a giant 100-foot tall tentacled creature.
We have not. We have only dealt with the dragon guy.
And how did you deal with that?
So your source of information stops all the way at his name for now is the dragon guy.
We don't know anything about these people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then how have you fended it off without knowing anything about it?
Well, that's pretty simple. We have 2 ways
Okay.
in and out of our city. Our elemental forces, LOEW, they have held together and managed to seal the lower structure altogether. And as a team,
He's below us.
there is an exit below us, yes. And the above exit, the one that you guys came through, is under close watch. And
So you have
elementals
not
are
faced
constant.
it head on. You've just blocked its path, essentially. Is what
Have
I
you
hear?
heard of Baphomet or the Lady of Rotten Decay, aka Lorad, aka Zuckmoy?
Thank you.
outside of, we've been told that this is a demonic presence, we don't know much about it.
So basically,
Ask
what
them.
I understand is
Where
that
are
they
the
haven't
stories
taken
at?
you guys seriously as a threat and have decided to leave you alone because, hey, they're going to hide in their little hidey hole. We'll just go take over the world while these guys cower in a hole.
Ask them the last time they went above ground.
We are saving as many people as we can.
Okay, but you're still doomed unless we defeat this evil.
Why are
Doing
you not
nothing
talking
isn't
anymore?
an option.
If that's
I just don't want Caspian to make eyes at me.
if that's what we need
And
to
be
do,
aware of
that's
me.
what we need to do.
So we.
Am I doing such a bad job, Buddha Nick?
Oh no, we didn't hand reins over to anyone except it was taken, and you allowed it.
And as you guys are like talking
And I
to
will
each other,
con-
Garrett's just like, he's looking at you.
Okay, but what is...
I'm gonna stop.
I thought it was doing pretty good.
You guys, okay.
Just saying, you're acting very emotional when you told me to check mine.
Look, we will we will give you room and board, food, whatever you need.
Ask them
Can we
the
meet
last
later
time.
tonight?
Why?
We'll bring the captain. Maybe we'll come up
Why
with-
can we not do this right now? What's wrong with talking about this
We're just struggling to
It
see what
just
we
doesn't
gain.
seem to be going
anywhere?
anywhere. I figured you guys could have some time to
Agree and let's go. I would
discuss
like to
among
get
yourselves.
out of this 8-guard room. that we
Commander,
can't see.
permission to be dismissed.
Granted.
This.
You asked him?
Woodrow, take them down.
Keeping up the guys, I really want to see how this goes.
Oh god.
Take them to their rooms, please.
Hey, Bolton's actually extremely careful.
Gary, can you see if the guards are following us?
See if
They-
anyone's following us.
They haven't moved. If they do, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
And this little tiny, meek little human man walks up to you guys in his little robes. You guys are ready? Ready to go?
Before we leave, I want to turn to Caspian and be like, look, Caspian, I am very sorry that I have seemed very upset, but I've seen more people than I have ever wanted to see die. And I want to stop this by any means necessary, and I think
can help you with that.
that would be good if we could team up together and maybe we can fight this head on instead of
If you come to my room later tonight, I might be able to help you.
what that sounds good to me.
Not in like a. I don't want. I know that you and
What
down at Captain's
What are you in-
I don't.
What?
That's not what.
Did you hear that from somewhere?
If you just wanted
What
like
are you talking? I don't under. You're just kind of.
You know, just forget I said
The
anything.
signals are kind of.
Yeah, forget I said anything.
Wait, so you don't want to team up?
Nope.
So we're gonna.
Nope.
While walking, I'm gonna use Budownik and Nazlith as kind of like
Shields.
shields
Meat
in a
shields.
sense. Just
Well-
kind of move about between them gracefully.
So I'm gonna reach out.
I
I'm gonna
just
shake
put
his.
in
Hold
my
on, hold
agenda
on.
kind of circle around.
I'm gonna reach out, shake his hand, and be like, "I hope there comes a day where we can swing our swords together."
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And then I will turn and leave.
Cassian just is gonna give you a straight face, like that. No. I'm trying to walk away.
That's great, man. That's beautiful.
As you guys walk down
I liked
the
it.
road a block or two, you come to this 4-story building. It's some kind of some inn, tavern and inn. the bottom level of this tavern is fairly a fairly classic tavern. There's a nice little bar and cook area off in the back left corner. There's a couple of tables sitting out for breakfast and lunch and dinner. On the far right side of this building, on the interior, is kind of like the hotel room side and all that jazz. Woodrow walks you up to the front desk, looks at the front desk guy, who's just he's a half elf standing behind the desk.
Yeah, we just need 5 rooms on the chieftain's dime. You can just charge it on him. We'll, however long they want. If they want food, drinks, just let us know.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Not bad.
And Woodrow kind of like looks at you guys.
Good luck. If you need anything, just come find me.
All right, do you have like a mirror or something that like communicates? How do you communicate with Cedar Gatling?
Oh,
Sorry, I'm our comms expert.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. We've been same way we watched you guys come in. We scribe, and then we go ahead and we use our.
You fucking kidding me?
Our ball, our magic ball.
Her magic ball.
Yeah.
Why are they
Great.
asking questions if they could just fucking see it?
So, if there's any way you can put us in touch with Cedar Gatling, that'd be fantastic. Because right now our comms are a little.
You just have to have the
Okay.
chieftain. We got like 3 crystal balls here. You can use one of the 3. And
Perfect, Woodrow. Thank you so much for your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Here's a gold. Do you take tips?
No, I don't take tips.
Okay, right.
I'm
Well to do, I
you
can
need
tell.
that
Yep.
more than me.
Great. I don't think I actually do need it more
I
than
don't
you.
know.
I'm
I
pretty
should've
sure
said
I'm
that.
actually
I'm
like
sorry.
a pretty wealthy. I'm just
I
gonna go ahead and say I'm like one of the most
Dude.
respected members of the Cedar
I'm
Gatling.
sorry. I apologize.
My family is incredibly powerful.
Honestly, out of line by me. Out of line by me. God, that was my bad.
Do you want the tip or not?
I know.
Oh my god.
You get a beer later?
I don't want to have a beer with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna whisper to Nazlith.
You see him turn and like walk away, and then that was awkwardly.
I'm gonna whisper to you and say, I think we should go out in the middle of the night and check things out real quick. I want to try a couple things.
Let's have
How about a
first.
bath? Anybody? Hey, doorman guy person. It sounds very quiet in your pub, but overall, very nice place. Perhaps, maybe I should tone it down a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
too
only,
loud.
it's only,
If
it's
you'd
only
like,
noon,
I can do some performance art.
lunch
if you,
hours and like two hours and
Great. Before lunch,
After that.
do you have like a bathhouse?
yeah. Each room here has
Oh,
we have.
what do you
This
call
is
that?
Eurocentric culture, not
Yeah.
Asian.
Have you ever been here?
No,
Oh,
ever.
It's gonna be an experience. And he hands you your key. He hands each of you guys a key. You guys are gonna be 4th floor. First 3 doors, 5 doors. 3 doors on your right, 2 doors on your left.
Perfect.
5 rooms.
It's about 3 doors.
Gosh, you guys, fun guys. Is that like you guys are fun, or is that like
We're pretty
Is that
fun people.
like what's that mean though?
We actually can't talk about it. It's classified, so.
we could tell you, but then we'd have to kill you.
Yeah, fair. Get it. Good luck. If you need anything, come on down. My name's Charlie.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Last name Horse?
No, that's
Hey, Charlie,
painful.
what's the
Oh,
house
that's
special? Charlie.
have angels.
Charlie.
like food or soup or
Well,
salad or drink or.
drink and food, because, I think we could all use it. Except for those 4.
Well, down here, I don't know what the hell to call it. We are known for our gin. If you like gin.
Yeah, I'll take it.
They said gym.
Has some
I'm like, I
weird
think I got
choices, but
enough
they're
workout.
Becoming limited thanks to the travel restrictions and
Gin it up, bro.
things. We make the gin here. It's nice. It's the elemental people give us water and we do the rest.
How long has this travel restriction been?
Out 3 weeks. We don't let people out unless they really want to.
This is getting too real, man.
So, have you guys had many hardships in this area recently, other than the travel ban?
Yeah, we do all right. We're doing good.
No
Getting quite a few
skirmishes
people
or
lately.
anything, or
I mean, we fight our battles when we need to. The soldiers of the Spire here are pretty good, so they
Soldiers of the Spire.
do what we need.
That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of cool.
So do you have any insight into what's going on in the above world?
Yeah. Well, I just know like demons have killed a bunch of people, places, things.
That is accurate to know.
We're just trying to stay safe down here, man.
Yeah.
No. Let's live another day.
Absolutely. I was just curious. You guys seem like you're doing okay, and that's a good thing. I'm glad for that.
Yeah, I got some customers behind you guys.
Yeah, let's stop.
I'm gonna go up to my room.
I'm going to offer that one more time if you'd like
I'm
me to
gonna
do
go
some
up to Willow's
performance
room, too.
art to try and entertain the
going to
We
crowd.
do
follow.
have a
Up
small
there, too.
stage if you want to come by tonight. We sometimes have a couple musicians.
Willow,
that
and we're
like
behind
to
her.
play. Singer, you know, you're good at that.
Well, I was more thinking interpretive dancing.
Oh yeah, you can do that whenever you want.
What's that?
That's
Power
something
Puff
you
Girls.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I might take you up on that.
No
That's
judgment
okay.
here. You're good.
Jojo.
Good
The only
to go.
judgment would be good judgment because it's going to be beautiful.
Willow's room.
Fair.
All right. Well, I will adjourn into Willow's room now.
Yeah.
You did not say my name out loud, did you?
Did.
I'm gonna fucking kneecap him.
Does anyone have that faux pas spell? I forget what it's
I
called.
do, but I don't have it prepared.
Oh.
And as you guys go upstairs into
Go back in
Willow's
time.
room,
Well, I can
Um,
change whatever memory
for like
in your
5
head
seconds
for
or
like 5
not.
seconds.
the doors in this place are like a solid black.
Probably should just
Like a
have that
burnt
handy
looking
whenever
wood.
I'm with Boltana.
The building is again made up of that white stone. As you guys enter your room, you will notice that the ceilings in this stone are like lit up, and that is what is igniting up your guys's little hotel room. It's big enough to have a fairly good sized bed. It has a bathroom in it, which does have a tub in each of your rooms. There is a source of running water here.
You know, I always
So
thought
they
that
do have
indoor
those
plumbing
kinds
would be
of
really useful.
amenities.
But I could never get anybody on board with it. Everybody likes just shit outside. And
Well,
whatnot.
also they think that water is like gross.
Yeah, but that's like so. Like we know that there's nothing really bad. Anyways,
Well,
Anyways,
why would you want
uh,
to poop inside of your own house? That's
no,
gross
but it
too.
would like go away. You know, like there'd be a way to get to go. I thought my original idea was to have
They're
this
like little
gopher.
poop fairies that shovel it
It's
away.
a gopher, but yes.
I mean, probably in this world. Gary, could you potentially see if there's anyone currently watching us? I
Yeah.
feel really bad. I'm like, you're like a gopher. I really apologize. I didn't mean to be like that.
No, but that's like
No,
contractual.
you guys are fine. I don't think there's anybody.
It's not like he's doing anything else while he's with us.
I mean, I feel like I've done a decent.
You've done quite a bit. Just, you know, I wish you were more. Can we get an itinerary list of what things you can do?
Yeah.
Do we have
A
like
menu.
maybe like a
menu?
cheat sheet of your abilities and
Right,
skills?
yeah. I mean,
I mean, I'm here to help you guys kill.
Weaknesses, maybe even.
right, yeah.
I don't have weaknesses. It's just not.
Insight check.
Everybody has weaknesses.
Cool.
I
So,
can't say it.
So
'cause
as
he
you guys
can hear
enter
me
this
and he can
room,
read my thoughts.
outside of the beauty of what this room is made out of, it looks like a fairly basic motel room.
Is there a window?
There are windows in this structure.
how many?
One.
Got a mini fridge?
There's no many.
I get my gin. I'm gonna undress.
Is there a
and I'm
is there
going
a
to
lot
turn
of
on the bathtub and just sit inside
Wait.
of it.
in?
In your room, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Fuck, we're
cool.
talking.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
No, I definitely
turn on the
followed you
bathtub.
in.
Oh yeah, you know everyone. I'm assuming everyone followed.
Yeah,
me, yeah.
and y'all are sitting there, and Budanic gets ready. He gets a bath ready as you guys are beginning to talk.
Yeah, I'll wait till he turns off the water so we can have a fucking
Yeah,
conversation.
it takes only a couple minutes.
Cool, awesome.
I say, can we take a few minutes?
Yes.
I'm going
yeah.
to set alarm by the door. I'm just going to take 10 minutes to set that up.
Hey, Gary, is that something maybe you could do like in an instant and save her the trouble?
No,
Oh, okay.
can't do that one.
Anything similar?
No.
No, like alerting of us of dangers nearby.
While
I'm
he's
gonna do my
talking-
best.
How specific do I have to be here? Because
You're fine. I understand.
Okay.
You don't gotta get that.
all right.
As soon as he's done talking to Gary, I'm gonna go and stomp on his foot as hard as I can.
And I'm going to twirl out of the way.
You probably could you could literally just, like, she could step on your toe all she wants. She probably wouldn't do shit. She's made out of
Right.
air and you're fucking
Sure.
dry.
Yeah, and I don't
I'm
have a
going to
really
twirl
strong strength
anyways.
anyway.
Let's feel like twirling.
Yeah, that's fine. Roll.
I'll roll something. I want to stomp
Well,
on
I
his
guess
toe.
his AC is.
Okay. What? Dexterity?
You're making an attack on him.
That's maybe okay.
6? I think that's a 6.
Yeah.
That's a 6.
As you go to stomp him, he kind of sees you out of the corner of his eyes and parries to the side.
Pirouettes.
Pirouettes.
I'm pretty sure I said, don't say my name.
That was in front of that other guy, though, right? That was in front of.
But still,
Right,
at
that
all,
goes
in
out
any way,
right.
shape, or form. What makes you think that that guy's not talking to the fucking Lord? And I did curse. Willow cursed. Chieftain.
Let me know when my spell's up. 'cause I'm
Didn't
not-
think it was such a big deal in front of random bar guy number 2.
Well, you got the vibes that this is not right.
Kind of like running a bathtub in front of your friends.
Hey man, I don't need
We've
your
been in a
judgment, all right?
cabin.
Listen,
I'm just here to.
We've been- there's been a
It was
lot.
just weird. I wanted to make sure everyone else was comfortable.
Can you alter anybody's memory, Gary?
I just want to
I
point
don't
out that
wanna
we
talk
have
about
made Garyon uncomfortable. We know what his secret is. He does not like nudity. So if we all just get
Oh,
undressed,
perfectly
okay.
fine with nudity.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that should be like an MO.
So wait, can you alter memories?
Would you be willing to alter the memory of the bar guy downstairs to not know Willow but know Dawn?
I am not going to.
You're gonna scramble his brain.
To do things like that.
Could you hit
But
him
I thought
in the head
you were
hard enough?
contractually obligated
I'm not going
to help. To help, that is
Like, if
helpful.
somebody
Yeah,
ring-
if it
No.
maintains her anonymity amongst potential enemies,
I gave her
that
another
is
one,
very
so I took
helpful.
away and gave her another one.
Just curious, why are we protecting your name?
Oh, I just don't want
I'm not
anyone
really sure.
to know because I'm afraid that they may use that over us.
You specifically.
Well-
Everyone else's name is allowed to be had?
No one said they wouldn't even mention our names to anyone.
You know, let's be perfectly honest
They
here.
didn't ask our name.
No, but like, let's just, let's go ahead and say it.
I mean,
I'm
they
just
knew
gonna
who
go
you
ahead.
were when
As
you
I
walked
sit
in.
here with my glass in bathtub.
Do you have a bubble bath going at least?
Yeah,
With
no,
bubbles?
it's absolutely
Okay.
bubble.
By the way, I
bath.
want to keep an eye out for his eyes to see if they ever just like shift.
Yeah, I
right.
go paralyzed underwater. I'm gonna need one of you guys.
I did
But-
do Death Ward
Orchestra
on
has
you.
to kill you from a
They
distance.
tried. They tried
Yes, he's alive.
to communicate with Cedar Gatling, right? And they got in touch with Torlane, who was the one who conscripted us. Into
Yes,
this
but that
band.
doesn't make any sense because we talked to Torlane.
I understand that. Let's just go ahead and round robin real quick. Just your issues first.
Go ahead.
Torlane hired all of us.
Yes,
They talked to Torlane.
seemingly.
Their chieftain talked to the captain, who likely shares information with his commanders.
Allegedly.
Her commanders. So your name has probably already come up.
Yes, however, they mentioned the 5 fungi, but they did not ask why one of the fungi is not a fire genasi,
Is a
but
fun
a
girl instead of a
fun guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So clearly, I feel like there's some
And I do
information
think
they
it
don't
is
have.
a rather suspect that we were sent out here to get communication with several cities. What were those cities? We had Everina,
You're asking me.
I can't talk right now, so
because we're doing alarm.
yeah.
Yeah.
We had Everina.
Almost done.
It was sorry.
Sorry, you're looking at me, Mike, and I was like, I can't respond to you.
What were the cities that we were supposed to regain contact with? Everina.
Oh, hold on.
That's all I can.
Everina, Groundspire, and San Leafus.
Groundspire was one of the cities that they could not contact yet. Suddenly
Yeah.
they're in contact with them.
Yes.
And here we are being welcomed as to be expected, like we were supposed to come here. Like they knew we were coming, even though
And we're late.
and we're late. They seemed to know what our itinerary was supposed to be. And everybody's just fine and dandy here. Nobody else finds that a little awkward.
No,
That's
I
what
do,
I'm
absolutely.
finding. Yes, it is way too peaceful for the shit that's happening up above.
Like we actually fought that fight, didn't we?
Yes.
We
You
are
killed
missing-
a Dracolich.
I'm still not here, dude.
She killed a Dracolich.
I'm hoping that the bath is just enough in the doorway that he can see all of us.
Oh, you guys have to stand around the doorway.
I'm
It's
not
like a
standing at the
hotel room.
doorway while you're bathing.
We're all just standing around.
You
the
didn't just
bathtub.
push the bathtub
The way that
out.
these rooms are set up, it's like one of those big open bathrooms where it's like the big 10 foot.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh,
yeah.
So he's
excellent.
like sitting like 10 feet away.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. So, Gary, is there any chance that Orcus actually can communicate and potentially make a deal of some sort? Is he capable of that?
Not like him.
So-
Part of being able to connect and bond to these planes. Well, I guess he already has done that. Part of being able to access this plane permanently for all of his own people, he would have to at least take over all of the cities within his symbol of which he got here.
And we've already secured one of those cities.
So you guys
sort
have-
of.
No, I'm
No,
pretty sure
it's
that
take-
city
it's
was
still-
already done
He seems to be
My
with all the stone monuments.
close.
no,
I
the
wouldn't
one
say
that we
he
built a
would make
giant
deal.
laser beam in.
So technically
Oh.
speaking, they did take source from it, and they did take that point. Because if that point wasn't taken, then the Orcus wouldn't even be here.
Right. When they shot that purple beam.
Yeah, so they already had, so
And then we were like
completed.
told like
Yeah.
3 weeks after the fact, like, oh, by the way,
Sorry, I read the book backwards, Anyways,
you would have remembered a couple weeks ago that
Demi-
that evil guy showed up.
the Demigorgon doesn't particularly even make deals as well, right? He's not
Oh,
communicative.
no way.
Right, more beast-like.
No talking to that thing.
Can Orcus communicate with it?
Yeah, I think Orcus.
Does he command it, or is it kind of like a beast that he just lets go?
Yeah. More like that one.
If those two were to fight,
Probably not.
Don't think they would. But if they were, I don't know.
Orcus
the-
and the Demogorgon? He's answered that before.
The
He
8
said
guards. Oh, sorry.
with the I'm not talking anyways, but he said before Orcus with the shackles could take out the Demogorgon, but Orcus without the shackles wouldn't stand a chance against the Demogorgon. That's what he told us before, anyways.
The 8 guards that you said you saw in the room, what do they look like? Were they elementals or human?
Oh no, they had the Soldiers of Spire symbols on their chests.
Excellent.
All the other guards had.
You're very
Just the same
perceptive.
way. Yeah, thanks.
do you know what it was that caused them to be not visible to us?
Invisibility.
Right, but like
Was
Was it a
lesser.
spell? Was it an item?
Was it a
it-
lesser, a greater, an
It
item?
was a
Like
spell. It was a spell. I don't know what spell, but that was a magical presence.
The man that Caspian, did he seem human or elemental? Genasi?
E.
I mean, yes,
Undead or not?
he's alive.
Okay.
Did we notice him react to Willow at all?
No.
Like no.
No one really looked for it at the time.
I noticed her
So, no.
put her
Yeah.
bracers behind her.
Because technically speaking, oh, by the way, he's my dad.
What?
Well,
Am I back yet?
Oh yeah,
would
wait,
say
I'm
you're
gonna wait
back.
till she's back.
Yeah.
Okay,
You guys
You're
keep
back.
talking.
you're giving me the juicy shit. Hold on.
wait, so I was trying to bed your dad?
Yeah,
That's awkward.
yeah,
That's a little
yeah.
bit. That's
That-
a lot awkward.
Wow.
Well, at least now you know you're not his type.
Well, I mean, hey, don't say that. We don't know yet. I mean, we were in a really crowded room with a bunch of
Not
people.
gonna continue that
Maybe I go
conversation.
visit his bedroom like he
I'm
suggested.
going to prevent
He
that.
suggested I visit his bedroom.
Anyways, yeah,
Your dad's
that's my
pretty
dad.
fucking
That
hot.
was Gary who asked you to visit the bedroom.
Oh, it was Gary? What?
Yeah.
That was
Gary
not.
said he can help you with something later.
Oh, no, I took that.
Oh, he's like in his mind, he wanted to be Caspian.
Yeah. I wanted to flirt with her dad.
He's a doof, dude.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, he's my dad. However, I
my
don't
dad.
think that he knows about me and Emberly, because he was not there when we were born.
Why did you hide your hands behind your back when he entered the room?
Well, because my bracers were seemingly from my father that he had given to my mother as a token of his love or symbol of them.
So again, why did you hide your hands?
Well, it seems like she doesn't want him to know that she's here.
Yeah, because I
Why?
don't know about him, and it seems quite convenient that he's at a location.
Wasn't your entire journey with your sister literally to try and find your dad?
Yes, but I have lost faith in that and have no desire.
Well, I would go
This
ahead
is
and
the
say
emotional
that,
state that I was concerned with.
I mean, to be
If you talk
perfectly
to me
honest,
about emotional state,
I brought up valid points. These motherfuckers are sitting here in their golden palace, all happy and unconcerned with the world, while we are the only 5 people out there fighting. Fuck that noise.
yeah, but you're letting your emotions show.
Because it's bullshit.
I agree with you, absolutely.
Is it possible that Toralane has been compromised?
That is a good
I
question.
find it very hard to believe that Torling even communicated with Groundspire in the first place.
they had our name. How did they? We never told.
We never even told
Lane.
Lane we were the 5 fungi.
We hadn't picked it yet. We picked it after
We
we
li-
passed you the fungi forest.
Yes, and we didn't even tell Torlane. I even have written down what I even said to Torlane, and nothing of that. Yeah, nope, nothing. Just said from Budownik, plant opens portal, demons teleport, orcas
Is
on
it-
material plane. We didn't even mention anything like
Is
that.
it possible that the cart has some sort of like
Communicative.
listening, like
Yeah.
transference?
Like a.
Then Torlane would not respond back, being like okay or something like that. I can't
Unless
remember.
she was trying
Or
to
how about
maintain,
this?
she was trying to maintain anonymity.
Budownik, how clear are your memories from when you switched spots with Orcus? Are they still clear, or are they faded a little bit?
It's hard to forget something like that. Yeah, hit me. What do you need?
I'm just wondering if Orcus got any information from you, but it seems half-assed.
So this is what I remember. I remember touching the tree, and then all of a sudden, and I was this gigantic thing, and I was strolling through a wasteland towards mountains, which is why we ended up going.
Where
to
was the
Dawn.
sun?
It was to. It was just ahead of me. It was like it was. The sun was just coming up, if I'm not mistaken. It was still morning time. Yeah, sun rises in the west and sets in the east.
No.
No,
No, yeah, it
right?
absolutely does.
Yes.
Oh, here it does. Oh.
Yeah, no,
Here-
that's
I mean,
absolutely fact.
So you were heading
In
west.
that way, yeah.
Yeah, they were. He was
Not
so.
on Earth.
He was walking towards the mountains that frame the backside of Dock, and it couldn't have been. It wasn't quite noon yet, but it was close. It was still roughly morning time. We hadn't gone that far at that point either. It was pretty early in our travel that day, so that tracks, right?
Garion,
But I don't know what he saw while I was out.
So you were still
How
heading west.
how sophisticated is Orcus's mentality? Is it civilized or is it more beast-like? What have your interactions
Would
been
he
with
pass
him?
a calculus test? I know I can't.
I would say
about
he's
to
one of the
fail
more
one tomorrow.
structured of the demons.
So he has the ability to
He's-
understand complexity and social hierarchies and things
Critical
like that.
Very
thinking
much
is a
so.
skill.
Yes, he is kind of the leader of that group.
Were you in
Good question.
desert land?
It was like wide open tracts of land. There's like small, like sparse vegetation, and there was like a large mountain range ahead of me, and there was like a smaller one, I think,
Were you
to the
alone?
north. I would assume so. It was hard for me. I wasn't like in control. I couldn't like make the hands stop moving or the feet stop moving. But
When we were
It didn't seem
outside on above ground spire, did the landscape seem familiar to you?
I would say that when you were kind of outside of Doth, that landscape probably seemed fairly familiar to you
That's
when you were
far.
in Orcus's body. However, you guys would have known that Garion just told you that Orcus teleported
pretty close.
overnight.
this
Wait, he
area,
teleported. So then he teleported to Doth,
Yeah.
and that's when he saw him.
So Garion told you guys that he was east of you guys, like northeast of you guys, kind of, or he was northwest heading east.
Yeah, he was northwest.
He got to.
He was heading west.
Was he heading west?
Yeah, he Orcus is north,
Yeah,
heading
I
west.
thought-
Okay, then he's
The
in the
way
same
I-
spot. He's in the same spot that he was
Okay.
last time you guys.
So yeah, this is roughly about the biome.
I
Yes.
didn't know I did that yet.
Yes. Well, the Demigorgon was heading east.
Yes.
What is stopping us from believing that Orcus has been here already?
That's what I'm saying.
They said he has been.
That's
Something.
why.
They didn't
But
say
like,
he has
Gary,
been.
if he
in a
smelled
more
it.
They said that
infiltrative
they.
way.
Gary, if he was
said
here at any
dragon.
point, would you know it?
That's Orcus. Orcus is a dragon. They don't know his name. They don't know their names.
But also, what's his face? Baphomet was a dragon-esque.
He
If
was-
it
he's
was
more-
recent, I would
Baphomet
know,
is more
but it's not
goat-like.
recent enough.
Yeah.
Is he more
I-
good?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got like kind of like the backwards
Here.
leg thing, you know.
Baphomet looks like a
Orcus
goat.
is a dragon.
Orcus,
Orcus
is like
is
a
the
hulked dragon.
Yes.
For some reason,
But
I
not
thought
like a
Baphomet
dragon.
was a dragon-esque as
Not
well.
like
Had the
You'll
wings.
recognize
He's
me.
not like a quadruped. He stands up on
He's
his hind
goat-like
legs.
then. Baphomet's
Had the
goat.
big
Yeah.
goat head,
Right.
and he was bleeding
This
all
one.
out of his skin.
Oh no, I have it right here. Yeah.
That's Baphomet.
Okay, cool. Baphomet's goat, and then
Orcus is dragon.
Orcus is dragon. Got it. So they did see Orcus.
They did, but they didn't take him head on. They just blocked him out.
How the
Wait,
fuck are they able to do that?
Did you say that Orcus attacked this town?
Yeah. I told
Him
you guys.
specifically, though?
Yep.
Well, he said dragon.
That's what he said.
Big dragon guy.
I call
I
it
know how to
bullshit
read
they
the
kept him
table.
out.
I would also say that you guys would know that when the other demon lords got together to summon Orcus, they had to make the symbol of faith meant.
Yep.
This town, you would know, is
They started
the
off with here?
center of that.
Oh, but they started here.
You would know that this is where Orcus would have been teleported to.
Right.
from
When
this
he was
point,
summoned from his
when he
plane.
was summoned. This would have been stop A for Orcus.
So why was he heading?
They fought
West.
Orcus.
I think he just got
Maybe he's just doing this then.
Well,
is he
maybe
just doing this?
maybe he was doing a perimeter search, but I think what it really boils down to is it's probably not an exact science, and that maybe like they meant to get him on the spire, and what happened was he got like maybe 50 miles off. I mean, interplanar travel is not exactly a perfect science.
Right.
It's more.
Well, his goals are to just kind of take over everything that's in here. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no.
Do you think that he
Go
would return
downtown.
here?
What do
He's
you
gonna return here.
What do you think the chances
What
are
for?
that this town is compromised?
It just might be his last town that he goes for.
Why?
As he takes different locations, he's building an army.
He's becoming more powerful.
So
He's
you-
leveling
So you
up.
think he's afraid of this place?
I think that he probably tried once. It was his first stop. Realized that he might need a little more help.
Is there a bait mechanism here that we could use? Is there some way that we could bait him into?
Is there
coming
some
this
sort
way?
of tower made of light?
There is a spire.
They do not share the same affinity as Voltash. For
We need to find either a way for all of us to get to him, or for him to quickly divert from building an army and come to us.
I think the second one is probably a smarter idea.
What could we possibly have that would be like, oh, I'm going to start building an army. I'm going to go for these 5 people here. In a town that I can't even get past.
Devil boy over there.
What's he going to do? Show a leg? Do the hula?
Can you do that? Can you
ask me to get Orcus here.
Yeah.
That's-
I don't want him teleported into the bathtub, but
Actually, you teleported to this town might be our best bet. They're the strongest
Getting
town
him-
that seems
Getting
to
him
be...
close enough? He doesn't. I'm
I
assuming.
think there are ways to bait him. I don't. So unless he's been in communication with Zuckmoy, I don't think that he knows them here. Unless they've talked.
So
There's a
Zuckmoy
chance that
knows
they
where
talk.
you are?
Zuchtmoy.
it's like
Yeah,
when I was
we
there.
didn't capture
sent her
Zuckmoy.
back to the plane.
She went
When
back to
we-
her
Right.
When we kill her
Yeah,
on
missile
this
plane.
plane,
So you're saying he doesn't know you're on this plane?
Maybe.
there's a possibility.
Maybe, unless she's communicated with him in a way.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to try this.
And again, there's a way that she could come back.
Right, yeah, we know. She's a
Do
big
we
giant pain
have
in the ass.
pictures, relative idea of what he looks like? You have the ability to transform yourself. Can you give us a visage of what?
Couldn't you?
No, I can't polymorph or anything like that.
Yeah, but who?
Oh, like in front of me.
Can you give us the visage of Orcus? Can you make yourself look like Orcus right now?
Oh, I don't know if I want to scry him though, because he'll
no,
see me.
Send him a message.
Oh.
I mean, I can, yeah.
Direct line, beeline.
And as he does,
Do we
like,
really-
he kind of like flicks his finger real quick, and you see like a puff of smoke kind of going around, and as the smoke kind of clears, what was once a man sitting in front of you is now a human-sized version of like a flying Orcus. He
I try not to vomit.
has these tiny little wings that are just kind of like flapping up.
Did you
He's got
forget
these
the
hands,
Garyon's
and,
original form? That was way more terrifying than this.
No, but like his little wings, they're so gross.
And he kind of does like a spin for you real quick.
Is it like a
Kinda shows
bumblebee?
you
How like it
that,
doesn't,
it's
not supposed to fly, but it can fly anyways?
and then he kind of poops back into Garyon. Is that,
Yeah,
that
no,
how
that's
you,
good.
how
So-
you found him?
Yeah, no. So we could, in theory, send him a message and just let him know you're here.
So are we wanting to
Would
bait
that
him?
make me how would you describe me looking at someone?
I don't want you to screw it. I just want you to
No, I know.
What?
How would if I look at someone, would you say I'm familiar?
Is this a DM question?
We know.
Oh,
we
she's
know what he
asking
looks
if that
like.
counts for scrying.
We know what he looks
No,
like.
no, for sending.
Oh, sending.
We know what his intentions are, roughly what his psyche is developed
I
from.
say we have a pretty good understanding.
We have
already.
a pretty solid.
The only thing we
grasp.
don't have is weaknesses, like really.
Yeah, we don't have a solid grasp on.
I would
any-
say that after sitting with Budownik and Carrion for like 30 minutes, you're pretty sure that you could send a message.
Cool. Okay. Before I do that, really quick,
No,
I'm
we
gonna
don't need
get.
to send it
wait.
right now.
Oh no! Can I
let's
get
send it
all
now.
my maps that I have collected and put them out all over the floor
Yeah.
around me?
One,
Yeah.
one moment.
Okay, I'm gonna sit in the middle.
Straight
Before
up,
we go any
Charlie
further.
Brown, always sunny moment.
I want
Pepe
to.
Sylvia.
I want to tell you why I grabbed those diamonds. I have been working on perfecting my mansion to something a little bit better.
Better than the mansion.
I think I could make us a fortress.
Because that was some of the best yodeling acoustics I have ever heard.
But
To what end?
I can make a huge fortress as long as there's no structures in the area we want to put it up. It only takes me a minute to cast if I prepare it. I do not have it
Yeah,
prepared
so
at
if
the
we're
moment.
above
So what, we
ground,
just like
then we
build
can
a
like boop, boop.
above
A
ground.
fortress will rise, and we can design it to suit our needs. And we have 100 servants that all of us
like
can
a
command.
tower that's full of light.
But I don't think this. The
It sounds
one
like a
leg
good
that we
protection.
have on them is that we have, assumably, as long as they're not compromised, an army on our side.
The army can exist within the fortress.
So you want to bring them up with us? They can come in. Your fortress can support that. There's not like a limit to how many people can go inside or something.
While they're doing this, because it's gonna take me a minute,
I'm gonna send you a screenshot. You can look
I'm
over
gonna
this.
take out my sage, light it, throw it around me, take my holy water, pour it on my head, and I'm gonna do commune, and I'm gonna contact.
Guidance.
Thank you. I guess that.
It's a D4.
Well, yeah, I don't have to roll for anything.
Oh.
And I'm going to ask
Guidance.
3 questions. Thank you.
That's why I don't think so.
Right? I'm like, wait, do it? No, I know. And again, it's the thing that I ask 3 questions about.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you sit there and you do your thing, your wind.
I win. But not to rustle the papers.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I would say that every time that this has occurred, people outside of your little bubble don't feel it. It's only
Oh, cool.
visual.
Oh, excellent. I
Interesting.
love that effect.
So yes, nothing is stirring up around you, but the appearance of a windy tunnel circling you, giving you your privacy.
Goddess, could you guide my finger and point to me where Orcus is currently?
You're asking on a map.
All my maps that are out.
Okay. And as you kind of pull out your
I have
maps,
quite a bit of them
um,
that I've collected through a month and a half of training.
Oh wow. Boy,
Uh-oh.
sorry, I had to look up something.
unless you can bust out a map real quick.
Oh yeah, well yeah, the one. Oh, it's on your side. Dang it.
I'm not good at spatial stuff. That's why I said it to you.
20 by 30. And if we could fit 60
And as
people on the ground.
you can just lay it down. I somehow did it before you did. I'm sorry. And as you ask the question of where is Orcus at this time, with the map sitting underneath of you, the wind begins to guide your hand across the map, and as you kind of feel your way across, Ethway, your index finger stops just west of San Leafus.
Okay. I ask,
We are playing fucking cat and mouse with this son of a bitch.
Yeah, just winning.
does Orcus know our current location?
And as you ask this, the air around you begins to warm to a point of uncomfort, of a very uncomfortable acknowledgement that he
It's got a beacon.
he knows a lot about you guys.
Cool.
Go ahead and take responsibility for that one.
Touches very well. Does Orcus currently focused on just his army, building his army.
And as you ask your final question, the wind begins to pick up and strengthen, giving you a sign of he's trying to build something.
Okay.
Hard to tell what, hard to tell for, but
Yeah.
he is building.
Cool. I'm gonna come back, collect all my maps, put them in my bag. So Orcus is. Oh, I guess I should leave my map out. Orcus is here, and I point west of San Leafus. He does know where we are, and he does not seem to be interested in getting to us at the moment because he's building his army, or he's building something. He seems very preoccupied with that. I do not think we can convince. I mean, we could try, but I don't know if we can convince him to be like, "Hey, come to us so we can kill you."
I mean, I do have Baphomet.
Does he like Baphomet enough to come and save him?
I've weakened his army by 2 of his,
Generals.
of his 5.
He's left with Fungus, Zuktmoy, and Beastie
Well,
Demigorgon.
It's him, Zuxmoy, and the Demigorgon left, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Demigorgon doesn't cooperate.
It's on their team. It does what he wants it to do. It's just also a ravaging beast.
So he has to have enough trainer badges.
But we do have some bait if you were interested. If I do lose Baphomet, we'd have to make up for that contractually speaking.
I don't know if that seems worthy or worth like bringing it up. Hey, here we got this guy. Oh, now he's free. Oh, now we have
Would
3.
he be interested in taking you on just for the sake of your history, or would he just be wanting to avoid you right now since he has other
I
things
think
going on?
Could we
he would
use you as
continue
bait?
to strengthen more if he knew
Before
I was here.
we-
It might be why he's strengthening now. I couldn't tell you.
What do we have that could potentially entice him without using Baphomet?
Nothing.
I have these hot pants. They're pretty good.
Yeah, that could help. Could we maybe mock up some fake plans of something with the has to do with the shackles, and then see if we can manifest your eyes to flip over, and then he could see us some of the shackles. He's like, "Oh no, I need to go kill them because they want my shackles."
Why is he here? What does he want?
World domination.
What's his motivating? What's driving him?
To take over this world.
Why?
Well, I'm pretty sure Gary gave us a whole history lesson about
Isn't
it.
he just pure chaos? Doesn't he just want everything because
Then
he can?
if he's pure
needs
chaos,
army.
if he has no motivating factor other than just to watch the world burn, then we're on the downside. We have the bad hand here.
Well, I think, if I'm wrong, Gary, chime in, is that he uses this plane to get more people on his side so that they can take over more levels of hell.
He's from hell.
Oh, the
The
more
Well, more domain.
planes that he
Planes,
has access
yeah.
to, the more he can grow his abyss. That's no doubt. But
To make outweigh you guys. And
yeah,
Power.
I mean, his ultimate goal is takeover. I mean, there's no logic to it.
Then the only way we can castrate that is by removing him, killing him.
Yep.
Removing the shackles.
Previously, it was to stop him from taking over the certain points of the pentagram, but that was...
Which we failed at.
We failed miserably. So the next thing is just to pretty much kill him. And he's building an army to probably prevent that.
Now, I'm imagining if he's taking his time to build that army, and we did give him bait.
He probably wouldn't take it. He'd probably keep growing the army.
Yeah,
I would
there's no
think he's
incentive.
going to send
Demigorgon.
the Demigorgon at us. Would be my guess.
Is there anyone else
That's
we
what
can
I
make a
would do.
contract with that could provide us with more army?
I mean, I have my own army. They have an army here, a legion here.
Well, I'm talking about in your
So-
domain. Outside, maybe your peers.
We have
So
to go to
if
the
you
meeting.
open up access to any more of my fellow arch,
They also want the
Devils,
shadows, I'm assuming.
it won't be the best for you guys.
Conflict of your interest?
Yeah, it wouldn't benefit me or you, put it that way.
We just need to go to the meeting. We need to go to the meeting and we need to share what information we have, whether or not they are compromised. We don't have a choice. Our hands are pretty much tied because
How about this? We find someone who worships angels and make contract with the angels and have them come and fight with us too. He's an angel?
nobody worships holy beings.
I do.
Do you?
I always thought that was like your thing. Like you're like a good guy. And
Just
you
because
like
he
the
says, oh
positive
my god,
side
oh
of
my
things.
god around you all the time.
Yeah,
does
isn't
not
that
mean-
like a expletive of like, you know, like, oh, the holy ones?
A lot of paladins do go that path, but my true savior is justice.
That's lame. Just kidding.
But justice has been kind of a bitch lately.
Yeah.
True.
So that's a no. I'm just trying to think of a way for us to build
what are,
up.
What are our options? Literally, like, I mean, we're here. Let's have our own council. We have a warlord from another dimension. We have our 4 skill sets. What are our options?
We pretty much tantalize Orcus just to get Demigorgon. Potentially, you can then not kidnap.
Dragon nap.
What's the word I'm looking for? Cage? Bait? Cage Demigorgon if
I
we
don't-
beat him enough.
Entrap.
I cannot cage the thing.
You cannot?
No,
It's,
he's a 100-foot being. What cage is big enough for that?
Does it die or does it repopulate like Zuctomoy?
Probably.
If we kill them, they just go back to their
So the
plane
Demogorgon
of
is the same.
existence.
Didn't
Until
you
summoned again.
Demogorgon is technically undead.
They are fiends.
I thought the Demogorgon was the first undead
He's the
creature.
prince of demons.
Well, that's what Gary told me, or Baphomet told me
Yeah,
when I
there's
was
a
down.
chance I told you that.
Yeah, he said that the Demogorgon was the first undead that Orcus created, and that Orcus is essentially the founder of
Oh,
undead.
Baphomet created him.
No,
No.
because I tried to talk to Baphomet and he said I'm the wrong guy.
Cut the break. Need a break. Dying.
Huge fiend.
You told me I'm
I told you one more undead, and that wasn't him.
dead.
Reality is whatever you make it, isn't it?
I mean, literally.
Thanos defer.
But anyways, as you guys are kind of sitting there having this conversation, trying to figure out what your next steps are, your dinner is approaching. It's probably about 3 hours away. We will go ahead and take our halftime break there. I wanted to take it a couple times, so you guys just kept going and going and going. We'll take our halftime break there. We'll be back in about 10-15 minutes.
Quick power nap.
Yeah, exactly. I think it fills my beer and, feet.
Are we offline?
welcome back to the Witness Guild.
Definitely.
Where we left off, you
Pretty
guys
good babies.
were in Willow's room, Budownik in the bathtub.
Probably getting out at this point.
Are you pruny?
Probably getting out at this point as you guys are
But my nails are clean.
discussing your plans, your future, and what you're gonna do about Orcus.
We still don't know. So, are we just gonna?
I thought the plan this entire time, I thought what we were doing this entire time was trying to track him down so that we can head him off before he builds more of an army.
He's moving fast though.
Right. But we keep taking little side trips. Now, I know this one was my idea, but if these guys are true allies, that could be a worthwhile venture. However, spirit trees, I think we should avoid in the future.
I thought it was gonna be a good idea. I communed with the god.
I don't blame you. I understand. It's frustrated at the time, but we're here now. We can move forward, and that's all.
Voltaire, how do you get your power? Where does that come from?
My divine power is given to me through my strong belief in the law and fighting for good and for humanity.
Are you
and
saying
all
your powers are
kinds.
self-righteous?
Basically.
Jesus.
So there's
Does that really surprise you?
Can you muster up some extra self-righteousness then?
righteous?
Give yourself a little boost if that's the case.
If I was feeling a little more better, perhaps I would do better, but not been in the best place lately.
Is there a possibility? Because I don't think that we're gonna get Orcus to come to us, and I think Orcus, based off of Gary's information provided, which makes a lot of sense, is that Orcus is just gonna send Demigorgon to us, and we are very ill-equipped to take care of him.
And even if we did, if we took down the Demigorgon, he would just bamf right behind us and mop up the rest of what's left.
Gary, can you teleport us? You've done it before.
Well, there is something to be said about at least having the advantage of taking them one at a time.
Right.
Yeah, I would prefer to start with
That's what I'm saying. Can you teleport
Orcus.
us to just west of Sayersville?
Senlifus.
Can you do an army?
The 5 of us in an army.
Yep.
I mean, we could. Yes.
Can't we just summon an army once we teleport there?
No, I'm talking about taking Low with us.
I'll take them. Oh. If they're willing to come out of their hidey hole.
They will.
I can only take a handful of people, but
What is a,
The
what is a
handful that you
for
currently
you?
have,
Right, that's
or
what
when
I-
you're a big handful.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you have a limitation on how many times you can do that in a day?
Just homebrew it.
We were making them read tonight. Okay.
you guys have maybe pull out the book tonight. Okay, we'll
Because I think we're better off going to Orcus
I
and
think
taking
that
the fight to him.
Sooner the better.
Absolutely.
the ideal situation is if we could teleport him here right now, because then we have this town to back us up. But by the time he comes here of his own accord, he'll probably have an army too big for this town.
Yeah, and then he could
So-
also boop himself out.
Right. We need to take him as soon as possible before he builds up power.
if necessary, I can. I can take about 20 of us.
Damn it.
It's not going to be good enough.
That's not enough.
Let's go to the council meeting.
Maybe they have more information than we are aware of.
San
We
Leaf is
have
a big
other
city. Would they
resources.
potentially have a
God, hope
teleportation
they do.
circle?
You would know that San Leaf is a very large city.
Would they have a teleportation circle?
That's information you probably wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know that. Damn. Because if they have a
I will
teleportation circle, we could make a
just
teleportation.
Open it up and just everybody
San
runs
Leaf
through.
is
Yeah.
probably going to be about the most north that any of you guys have ever been in that way
Right.
in your lives.
Right. Well, not really.
Especially on this side of the continent.
I grew up on a
But-
floating island. bro.
Well, me and Emberly came from
Yep.
northern than that
Yep. Just
Yeah.
slightly.
when we were babies. Slightly. We were supposed to be up in the things.
Yeah, you're up in those
Krivan.
Kran, whatever.
Yeah, Krivanada. Yeah.
Blue dabba dee dabba da.
Yeah, W
So
W.
you guys are gonna wait for the for your guys' dinner?
I think at this point we need to see if they have anything they can offer us.
Yeah.
Unless you have another opinion, Garyon. Garyon, tell us what to do if you know what to do.
I don't know what to do here.
Okay.
I would say that we fight them one at a time, and outside of that,
One at a time seems impossible, seeing as how either he has himself and an army, or it's himself and...
well,
Does Demigorgon have ability to teleport?
not
Can I stick with
really.
that? Okay, cool.
So he can be teleported, but he can't teleport himself.
So if anything, we're probably better off just going straight for Orcus. Unless then, while we have Orcus could have some downtime to potentially then teleport him. But if we keep him preoccupied enough, maybe he won't have enough time to do it.
And we also want to try and take him out before he gets Zakmoy back in his rings, if not, she already is.
Right.
Do you have any awareness of Zakmoy's situation?
I would not be able to tell you if she was here or not.
Is there any history of how fast she can regenerate, like any past knowledge?
As soon as someone opens up a portal for her, which
And I bet Daddy Orcus did.
depending on where those plants are,
In the
who's
ocean.
burning them.
Would it open in the ocean?
What kind of idiot would burn the plants? I don't think that's very smart. Who would do that thing? Like, that's silly.
As long as you guys are, no one goes down there and grabs them. I don't know how long they take to deteriorate or.
Right.
But I mean, theoretically, could a portal open in the ocean if enough of those are gathered
Can
together?
only
Yeah, I don't
fire
see-
open those
I
portals?
don't see why not, but yeah, I would think only fire can open up the fungal portals. That's only a portal for
Zakmoy.
Zakmoy.
Is that the only way she can be brought in? I imagine Orcus would have a few ways.
Yeah, that's her method of transportation.
How long? What time is it right now? Noon?
I would say that it's probably creeping up around 3 o'clock. You guys are right before your dinner.
How long is the long rest? Do you actually want 8 hours?
Yep.
Okay.
And if you guys have nothing else to discuss or talk about, we will
And there and go to break.
another break. We will say that you guys wrap up your conversation with.
I would have drained the bath and actually took a bath myself.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
With
clean up
everyone
before
out.
dinner, yeah, definitely. You guys go to your room for like the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, get ready.
Before I leave, I had mentioned to Willow, the alarm I set up on your room lasts for 8 hours.
Excellent. That makes me feel a lot more comfortable.
I have set it for you so you'll know when it goes off. If anyone who was not approved by me walks through your door, you will be notified within 60 feet if they have crossed through your room.
Excellent. Good to know. Because then we can hobble back here if we need to have another meeting.
And I can always put more up. This doesn't really take a whole lot out of me except for a little bit of time. So
Got it. Okay.
And so you guys begin walking your way to the town hall.
Are we going to let my captain, be the one to make communication?
What?
Because I don't feel like I want to make my presence known again.
I can do the talking.
Will you
Dip your nose in
maintain your
book.
emotion?
I can do that.
Cool.
I got my anger out.
Excellent. I think this should be a very productive
And,
meeting.
and quick question, just to really clarify, flirting with your dad.
Please don't.
Don't? That's
Don't.
a no.
That's a definite no.
Okay, I will make a mental note of that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
He was very attractive.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's great.
before we meet up at the council, like right before I had cast prestidigitation on her bracers again if she chose to wear them.
Yeah, I will. But just
Okay. Yeah, and you guys make your way into the town hall. You make your way through the first two chambers. You take that right-hand turn, open up that golden door. The chieftain is sitting there at the table.
Woodrow seems to be at a table in the back that is serving food for people.
Is he serving the food?
He is. He's kind of like.
And he
handing
doesn't
out-
take tips.
Handing it out to people.
That's strange.
I choose Nazlith. Actually, fuck that. I say mentally, Gary, can you mind link us, please?
Yeah. Garrett takes his side.
I think we should have a
Yes,
little
you all.
system set up to where we don't even have to verbally say it. We can go like to whoever we want to connect the link. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I think that works.
Okay. So if
Sitting
anyone-
at the table is also Caspian.
Not sitting across from him.
And then there are two other people sitting there.
Mentally, I want to tell Bella real quick. You know, he might approach you just because you're a Genasi, and he might try to recruit you.
He hasn't seemed to lock eyes me or notice me, so I hope that he won't.
Just keep that in mind. He might not know who you are right away.
Right.
The other two people sitting at the table are high-ranking officers of the soldiers of the Spire.
we can actually see that.
Yeah, and you can actually see them. They're sitting there.
In my mind link, I want to say, Gary, do you see anybody that we cannot?
And Garen kind of takes a second and scans the room. No, actually.
That is good to hear.
Yeah.
You seem surprised?
Put the guards away.
I wonder why they were out to begin with.
And then the only other person sitting at the table is going to be
They come
Captain
with friends or
Nea.
See?
Nine.
See?
Nine.
Even you.
You
said.
Yeah, you said 9.
9.
Wait, 9 or 9 net?
We'll call her
Bill
9.
Nye, the science
Nye.
guy.
Captain 9. Who's sitting there in. She also has her low Legion of the Elemental Warriors badge on. She is a light blue skin. She has light blue skin. It looks like everything outside her face, like her wrists and her hands and her everything else is visible. It's a slightly darker blue complexion. She's got long, thick, pure white hair, and it's like in a big ass braid going down her back, almost down to her butt.
What kind of
The
Genasi is she?
same, the same
Water.
Genasi ears.
She
She
water?
is a.
That sounds like.
The white kind of threw me off, though.
She's an air Genasi.
Air Genasi.
Dark blue?
No, light blue in the face,
Okay.
and then she's got dark blue hands and like the back of her neck.
She's
The
got
other,
an
the other
ombre.
spots, yes, exactly. The other spots that you can see of her skin are a little more darker. Yeah, rather chiseled jaw. She's got dark purple lipstick on. She's got a petite nose that sits between her strong cheekbones. Her eyes are outlined in like a very classy dark purple makeup. Her blue, eyes, when you look at them, are a whitish blue, and they almost appear to have clouds moving through them, as opposed to having like an iris and any form of color.
I want to do some fan art of this.
I know, Chris is painting a picture over here.
Yeah, sometimes with character you gotta get a little. She's a leader. I gotta get a little in depth. She wears dark silver leather armor, just like the rest of the LOEW. Her armor is actually rather form-fitting. She's got 2 silver bracers, leather shoulder coverings, like a leather halter top armor that covers like 80% of her stomach. The rest of her stomach seems to be covered by like loose belts. And she's got leather pant bottoms, which have like thicker leather armor patches on the thighs and the knees and the shins, and they go down into a nice leather fighting sandal that only shows the toes. And it would be these 5 that sit at the table in a wait for you guys. Chieftain. Gotta go back to the names. I got so many names on my head right now. Yeah, LOEW. Chieftain LOEW kind of begins.
Well, I know why you all are here. Said we have been waiting eagerly since Cedar Gatling told us of your travels. We know we have fought off one of these creatures. You guys have more information about what these are.
Fun.
Actually, first I was going to say, you said you were expecting us, but our initial mission when we set out was actually to try and reestablish contact with this city. We're curious, how did Cedar Gatling get into contact with you, and what was preventing it beforehand?
We have been trying to contact you guys as well for many months without prevail. Tolaine reached out to us a couple of weeks ago and explained that you guys were traveling this way.
It seemed odd because that was literally our mission, was to gather intel on the status of this city because they could not contact you. And now we get here, admittedly late, but we're just wondering, why were you unable to establish contact and now you can? Did something change?
Maybe she just fixed her communications. I'm not sure. I honestly could not give you an answer to that.
And-
check.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
9.
Can I
Pretty
help,
hard to tell.
Can I help him with that?
What he's talking about. Yeah, because you're sitting at the table, you can help with that.
Yes, go get a mic.
Oh. 17.
Seems to be telling the truth. Seems to be pretty honest that Torlane reached out to them first. That they had been attempting to also reach out to Cedar Gatling without having any success.
Are you still in contact with Torlane? Do you know her whereabouts?
Yes, we can contact her pretty freely now.
Because we wouldn't mind contacting her and seeing why the wires got crossed. It seems rather odd at this time.
Status
Okay.
on San Leifus.
What?
Status update on San Leifus.
Do you guys have a status update on San Leifus?
We have not been able to contact them.
Ask them what happened to the people. Well, I don't want to say spies, but what happened to the spies that potentially were in communication with Cedar Gatling and Groundspire? Have they? had any-
Groundspire spies?
Yeah, because Cedar Gatling sent spies and sent people over to
Emissaries.
Groundspire, and no one made contact. They were gone. Have they had any people join them?
Have you guys had any people join you? Any emissaries that were sent from Cedar Gatling?
We have not. Nobody has reached out to us. Nobody has arrived. We've had no letters. We've had no birds. No messages.
I will share this information with you. We have understood that right now, the person that you fought was named Orcus. And he is
Our scribe
currently
has allergies.
located just west of San Leifus. So that's not a great sign. Generally that means bad things where he goes. When you guys fought him, was he alone, I assume? Was there any kind of other armies or any other allies that he had?
He just appeared out of nowhere and started attacking us. We did the best we could to.
And how long ago was this?
It's been probably a week and a half now.
You mean 3 weeks?
Travel ban's been going for 3 weeks.
We have heard that your travel ban has been going on for 3 weeks. Is there a reason for that?
Yes, many of the outlying cities that I'm sure you have gone through have been decimated over the last.
This was just a result of that. Okay, so it wasn't the
We are
apparition.
aware of the other situations happening outside of our own.
When you fought Orcus, Did you notice any kind of particular attacks that were especially effective or ineffective? Any kind of combat intel could be life or death situations for later on.
Honestly, we just sat in here and kept rebuilding our structures from below and reinforcing as he demolished, and we were managing to do that quicker than he could.
So you were building faster than he could break, and that's he got bored and left.
He seemed to give up after 4 days.
So did you actually combat him, or did you just undo
We
his?
did not fight him face to face. We have the means to be able to see outside of our buildings, and we know exactly what he looks like. And
There were previous threats as well, other than him. There was one lord called Baphomet, and one who may reappear on the battlefield called Zuktmoy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We defeated both of them, but Zuktmoy apparently can be summoned back. And then also there is the Demogorgon. So potentially 3 extremely high level threats. Not to mention the fact that every city they burn and raze, they grow their army exponentially. It would be wise to try and take them out one-on-one as fast as possible before they build up insurmountable numbers. Outside of what I've told you, do you have anything that you can add for us? Any kind of information that we might not have? Contact with other towns who have resisted successfully?
as far as contacting other towns, we can do our best. We have the means of some powerful scrying, and with the use of our
What's their plan?
Their plan.
Ask them what their game plan is if they have one. Yeah.
sorry, looking something up.
I keep touching my ear like we have like the little.
Yeah.
Breaker.
With the use of our crystal ball telepathy mixed with our scrying, we have the means to communicate with people who are willing.
So,
So whoever you need there, we can help you out.
also from what we have gathered, it would seem that Orcus's plan is to gather an army, then come back here.
We don't know if he's gonna come back here.
It seems likely that he'll come back here. He has to destroy every town in his sigil before he can take over the rest of the world, so. That's what you told us, right?
Yeah.
Before he has free access, as far as like his own people can now access this plane freely.
Oh, okay.
Right. And that's how he spreads and takes over the world. Is he has to conquer that, and then once he conquers that, that opens up a gate.
So it seems that his plan will to be eventually to come back here with larger forces and then take you over. Knowing that, do you guys have a plan of action? Do you guys have anything that you plan to do to help survive or even fight off these forces?
Not knowing of the threat, our goal is to survive and take in as many as we can and help.
A war of attrition is not something you will win. You are doomed to lose that. Action must be quick and it must be decisive and it must be all in if we have any chance to win.
Ask if they're willing to transport with us to Orcus and fight them off.
We are trying now to enact a plan in which we surprise Orcus by teleporting to him as soon as possible. And we're wondering if you have any resources of that kind that we can use, any manpower that you can send, any sorcerers would be preferable, anything like that. Or we are open to other ideas if you have them.
How do you know where he is exactly?
Don't give too much detail.
We have our ways,
Maybe a little bit more.
but they are reliable.
when you spend enough time outside of your pretty little cave, and you spend enough time staring down the enemy, looking into the whites of his eyes, you find
Preach it, brother.
reliable,
Mm-hmm.
consistent ways to keep tabs on your enemies.
That's fair. I mean, he kind of looks at his two generals next to him and looks over at Caspian and Nye. I would say we are yours to help. Whatever you need,
That was quick.
we will help you build your plan. If Torlane is right, you guys are a trustworthy
Our only hope.
group.
We would like to speak with Torlane to try and clear up some things. We haven't spoken with her since we left, and so we want to kind of, about a week or so, we want to touch base with her and have an actual conversation if we
That was
could.
the dog. It's fucking dog, man.
I have so thing.
That is fine. You guys are free to do what you like. We'll give you access to our crystal room.
Ask them if they have ability to transport as many men as possible to the location of.
Do you guys have the ability to teleport people?
We can, but we must come up with a rather solid and convincing plan before you take my men out of here.
Details can be drawn up, I agree with that, but the general idea is to try and teleport to him as soon as possible, is with as many men as we can muster. That gives us the best opportunity. We will have outside other sources as well to guide and aid us. Those we cannot disclose at this time. We just simply ask that you trust us.
I don't think we have much of a choice.
I would say that you don't.
Ask them how quickly they can be ready.
When can you mobilize your units to advance?
If you give us 2 days, we can get our supplies together.
Sound like this is gonna be gone by then.
Yeah.
Senlifis is probably already gone.
And God knows when the Demigorgon's going to get here. Because it's
Two-
probably coming this way.
2 days with assistance is better than us with none.
He's northeast. He was heading east.
If we really rush, we can get it done in a day.
I think at this point the rush is of the absolute necessity.
There are people dying. Every second we sit here.
Make no mistake, the entire landscape of our entire world has changed forever. There's no bouncing back, things won't be back to normal in a month or two. This is literally fighting for the survival of all peoples on our plane.
They're aware of it.
And as you guys kind of sit there, I would say that you guys, it's becoming rather apparent that Caspian and Captain Nye are kind of eyeballing you up and down with them.
I'm ignoring it.
I'm gonna step in front of Willow, very casual, like
sitting.
on the
Sitting.
low.
Are we sitting?
Oh,
He gets up and
damn it.
sits in my lap. Nothing to see here.
I'm just gonna, if you could just hold on. I need a minute to talk to your cards extended.
I'm just gonna like look at my journal and kind of like eat food and ignore.
Continue.
I mean, that's it, dog. We just gotta go to war. Do you guys have anything that you would like to add?
Commander, respectfully, there is the potential to send, strike group, the more leads we were talking about in methodology earlier, that might be a good way to throw off the enemy.
You also
An
haven't asked your
unexpected-
question about
So,
supplies.
a suicide mission,
You normally
essentially.
ask.
Yeah.
It's true.
You got some goods. Hopefully of a magical
And
kind.
as you guys kind of sit there, Caspian starts to speak. We can't send all of our people with you. I'm gonna have to leave the water and earth genocide here to protect the city.
Out of respect.
About how many is that? I'd say telepathically.
I understand your concern for your town.
This isn't our town.
For this town. But it's more than this town at stake. It's like we said, all hands on deck or no hands left.
We will give you the other.
Did we determine if fire is effective against Orcus or not?
Army.
Probably not.
They had no intel,
None
no
of them.
combat intel.
So the only way a fire genasi would be useful is from their class if they have other skills.
That is a very good
Pretty
point.
much.
Or the
This-
elimination of undead.
If they have radiant and things like that, we need
Fire
magical
against
users.
undead's just as effective.
But fire is ineffective towards another part of the army, so
Fiends.
right. Be better to have radiant.
He showed up here alone. And if Zuckmoid comes back with it, we know that she summons undead. If he summons undead, or can rebuild Sunleafus, then at least in that aspect, we do have a means of creating a bunch of flaming bodies that are running at us screaming.
Telepathically, I said he probably can do all of the above, if I'm being honest. They could definitely give it a try, though.
I think our best bet is to mobilize as fast as we can, get to Sunleafus as fast as we can, with whatever means possible.
So I guess we will take whatever you're willing to give. But if a moment comes where we're on the battlefield and you're like, shit, we could have used another like half of our army, there's not really much we can do after that point.
That'd be a really rough I told you so.
It will be a rough I told you so. And then also, the people in your town are probably going to be tortured because they're not going to be any real threat.
Let's put it this way: if we don't nip it in the bud on the battlefield, Orcus is going to get everyone here anyways.
Yeah.
It
I
won't
say
even be a
telepathically.
challenge if half of your army is missing. It probably won't be a challenge if your whole army is here.
What happens if my whole army is with you guys and that other demon lord attacks?
The same thing that would happen if your whole army was here and that other demon lord attacks. Our
About
best
the same.
bet right now is to take out Orcus. He is the one, forgive the pun, orchestrating all of this.
Ha!
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Does he get advantage since we all contributed a little bit?
And since I fucking killed
I'll
it,
give you a +2 for that.
I was gonna say, I mean, because we're all in his mind giving him information to
I'll
like.
give you a +2 on inspiration.
He sounds
for your-
pretty
for your
intelligent. The
plan.
questions are pretty solid.
13 plus 8
Damn.
plus
+2.
2.
23.
Told you charisma's my shit.
He shakes his bedazzled tush.
And if that doesn't convince you,
Look at these sweet cheeks.
It's fine. We will give you a hold on. The captain and I will
It's 9:30.
lead the charge.
Cool. Wait, they're coming with us. Fuck.
And as you look at the captain, she's just stone faced on Willow.
Sorry, is there something that you needed?
Those who are looking at her will notice a tear falling down her eye.
No,
Do you know who your mom is?
My mom's dead.
Are you sure
Did you
about
need
that?
something?
She should be dead.
Are you sure about that?
This
She
lady
shit
is correct
dead.
to openly weep. Our situation is very dire.
She gave
I
birth.
appreciate you will
But
give
she's
us.
she's like Mad Dog and Don over here. And I'm
As
just-
you ask her,
Do you have a problem with Don?
Oh, you motherfucker!
What?
Now I know why her fucking name is. Oh, you can
What?
kiss my. That was
What?
good.
What?
was my other daughter.
Wait, what?
My mother's name is Lene.
Oh.
So you said it wrong.
So not 9. Not 9.
Not 9.
La9.
No, how she gave birth and she was burned at the stake.
They left you in a baby orphanage so she could go fight a war.
But she was burned at the fucking stake.
Where's
Was
my
she?
other
Yes.
daughter?
I'm sorry. Other daughter?
Who do you think you're talking to?
Who do you think you are?
I see Willow in front of me. Where's Emberly?
This is
Willow.
Dawn.
This is Don. Oh, this was a clerical error. We were supposed to start this this journey with a person named Willow in the Emberly, but at the last second they're like, oh, screw that. We send our interns. Here's Don.
I don't mean to be rude about this. If you think we would have let you in this building without knowing exactly who you all are, you are wrong.
So who's that guy?
Willow.
I
That's
wouldn't
his
point
sister.
By the way, this is gonna be full circle. Everybody will have said it now.
Should we bring Debbie out here so she
Ooh.
Debbie! Debbie!
She's probably sleeping.
No, she's not. She's eating her ice cream.
I'll put my book down and I will look. I probably won't say anything. Because, to be honest with you, I don't think, other than it's probably just some pictures, maybe? I don't know.
So you are well informed about some things,
You
apparently.
have no idea who your mom is or what she looks like.
Right,
This
yeah,
is a
because, yeah.
pretty eye-opening moment for you, and I imagine you'd put it together.
Right,
That,
yeah.
You know, this person knows me and is obviously an Air Genasi.
Yeah, mom burned at the fucking stake.
She's there.
Yeah. But it was her own people that did it to her.
Or so you think.
That's what you're
Clearly.
Why would I have been put in a fucking...
Do you want an insight
Good
check?
question.
Yeah,
Good
inside the
question.
check-in!
Yeah, it's like second.
Inside the check-in.
Chickens.
I'm about to... Oh, I can't. I have a prepared zone of truth. No, that's a...
Mm. Did you say that mentally by chance?
4, 5, 6, 7.
Zone of Truth?
7.
I've been
Yeah,
asking her about Zone of Truth. I've
Telepathically the
literally been
whole
talking to her
entire
about it.
time. Yeah.
No one's ever... Okay, I'm gonna
There's
cast
Zone of Truth?
Zone of Truth. Ba-bam.
Wait,
Cool.
Right,
Wait.
respectfully, it's polite to talk about this first before we just go fucking firing off.
Well, you just said that you wanted to do the Zone of Truth.
Right, okay, so there's
Zone of
Zone of
Truth.
Truth. Anybody that wants to resistance, welcome to. You know,
You may
honestly,
step
it
out of the
makes me look
circle
really
if you'd
fucking
like.
sketchy
And I'm
if you do.
pointing at...
It's
nine,
like a 25-foot circle.
no, it's
We're
15-foot radius.
We're all
Then
we're all part
all
of
in
it.
How big is this room?
40 by 40.
40 by 40.
Okay, well, it's a
Literally
15-foot...
everybody at the table's in it.
It's a 15-foot sphere.
Okay.
Only 50 foot?
Yes.
That would consume the table.
Okay, then perfect. I'll set it on the table.
I forgot. Does that also include us?
Yep, we're under it.
Charisma saving throw of 16.
I will willfully submit to the spell.
I will as well.
You watch as
And I'm going to telepathically tell Gary to get the fuck out.
Charisma saving throw? Gary, step the fuck out of the circle.
yeah, you see if Garrett like kind of stand up at the table and I
Excuse
will use the restroom. Do this.
Is
Thanks,
charisma
Gary.
saving throw?
Charisma saving throw. Yep.
Yeah.
What's the beat of that?
16.
Okay, I got 6, 7, 18.
You don't have
Wait.
to tell the truth.
Plus 3, because you're within whatever
What is
thing.
it?
I'm lying, but they don't know. Wait, only you know if I'm lying.
Wait.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I think I have...
What does it say?
I don't even think it'll matter.
16.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know if I saved or failed.
I know if you... Yeah.
Yeah, so
So I can tell if you can still lie, and I know that.
right, yeah.
How have you had Zone of Truth this entire fucking time?
Where have you
I
been,
don't know.
homie?
When have we really needed it?
Literally every time
Every
we
time
talk
we
to
have
somebody.
communication.
You see the chief kind of look around as you begin to cast, and I think we can all agree to this.
Yeah, we'll agree.
What is your interest in our friend Don over here?
Are you talking to Captain?
Is that a lie?
If you
said
submit to
submitted.
it, then you
No.
have to provide truth.
I did provide truth. You told me to call you Don. I'm now calling you Don because that was a request you made of me.
Oh, look at you, motherfucking with the loopholes.
Loopholes work.
Willow is my daughter, who I haven't seen since maybe the third day she was alive.
And why is that?
I had to flee a situation.
Is anybody here under the control of Orcus that you know of?
Can I divert
No.
the question?
We did not even know
Telepathically.
his name.
Is there any information that is pertinent that you are not sharing with us?
We've given you everything we know.
I believe that. Just had to be sure.
He would know if they were
Yep.
outside the.
You don't even feel anyone trying to resist it.
Except for me.
How old are you?
I am.
Did you say 35 or something like that?
I'm 38.
So, like, you have to run away from this situation when she was 3 days old, and then, 38 years later, and all of a sudden now you find some free time?
So all of a
How
sudden you know
would
Willow's
you
age.
know
I would have asked that. Come on.
what your daughter looks like?
But they're calling me Dawn.
Mm.
I guess well, Gibbs up. Yep.
It was already up.
It wasn't up.
It was up.
I could have said some shit.
We could have strong-armed those kobolds into
Some
giving us some free shit.
and then running away and being pirates. I have a hard time believing that you are who you say you are, given the fact that my mother was burned at the stake.
And Caspian kind of like steps in. She was not burned at the stake. We got her out and replaced her.
With another Air Genasi woman?
An unfortunate good friend.
Great, and you thought it was fantastic idea to let Talmud take me and Emberly away and didn't come for us? For years? 38?
Ever?
There was
Ever?
honestly no way of getting to you without endangering you in some way.
How? We were in the Temple of Elements. Emberly wept for you for months, thinking that it was her fault that you died because she was a fire genasi coming out of an air genasi.
Take notes.
It is not a situation we wish to put you guys in. It was one out of necessity. I don't expect you to understand,
I don't understand.
but we did what we had to do.
For you two to be together and exclude your two daughters. Which, by the way, your other daughter has died.
We gathered as much, considering she's not here.
Little stone piece I made for you. You have part of her with you.
Oh, ooh, dramatic effect. And I take it out and I put it on the fucking table. I said, here's your daughter. Here's the guilt that she was left with knowing that she thought she killed her own mother. Ugh!
Yeah.
38 fucking years! I'm a grown-ass adult woman! I'm not
I
even
was gonna say,
40s!
So you're a level 15 hero, you're legendary around the world, and they think you can't take care of yourself? Fuck that noise.
Yeah, and Linnea kind of stands up from the table and just kind of walks out.
If she tries to come near me, I'm fucking tornadoing the fuck out of this room.
She just exits the room as Caspian stays. It's again not what we wanted.
expect you to understand. There's no way for me to show you how. Sorry, I possibly am.
As far as I'm concerned, my parents who loved each other died and are nothing to me at this point.
That is fair. He was thought to fight next to us soon, it appears. So you don't have to look at us as.
I will take you as comrades, but that is all.
I doubt she will speak to you again. So,
Oh shit! I'm sorry. No, I'm not gonna say shit. I'm gonna say immensely. She doesn't want to speak to me. The daughter that she thought that just decided to leave for 38 years and all that stuff.
out of fear of your reaction, not
Fear of
anger.
reaction, my wrath. I will sit forward.
Anyways, the plan, I guess, is to travel away from safety to go attack Orcus tomorrow.
Anybody have any problem with a drop-in group going in behind, basically right on top of Orcus?
Are you suggesting that that is something that we should do?
I would like to go.
I would do it.
There is the legend of the Needle Bros, and I have
It's a very famous lullaby.
I've
yes.
longed to meet that standard time with you, brother.
I'll just do the full arm thing.
Brother?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
should you guys be referring to each other?
I just, it's a different
Twin
type
cest.
of love.
We are brothers in arms, you sick fuck.
But not in the bedroom. That's a little weird.
Who the
man.
hell is talking about the... Look, I'm all for inappropriate jokes, obviously. I'd have to sling them out more than my own deed. But this is not the time or place, okay?
Garen's like in the corner. He's like, yeah, probably not.
Some tax. Where's your decorum?
Seriously, this was a very serious moment. You've ruined it.
You're
Nazla, will you join us?
Nazla. Uncouth. It's because you're 19.
And as you guys kind of sit there,
We're literally all like in our late 30s or higher.
I'm 25.
Oh, okay.
Caspian.
You're 25?
Man, that's a really
Makes
Cradle robber
awkward,
over
yeah.
here.
You're half my age.
Caspian
as
with
Shit.
a fairly stoic look still in his face kind of stands up. I imagine the chief will let us know if we have new plans on it. We'll get our people ready.
Maybe elite task force. Possibly put together what we can take roughly 20 with us.
I think 20 is...
So I think we have 5 already. So
I point to my 4 undead.
Do they count?
9 coming with us. So 11. So let's get 5 of yours and 6 of yours. And
We have the ability to send as well. I will gather our
we'll drop in right behind him. We'll send the bulk of the army up front. They can take the initial wave, and when their focus is ahead of them, we will drop in behind the eye and hammer away as best we can. Assumably, cut the head off the snake.
I do take the Emberly rock and I put it back in my bag. Just in case.
And as you do that, you would feel that alarm on your door break.
Like, break as in bad?
As
Someone's
somebody
passing through the
entered your room.
I telepathically say, someone just went in my room.
Gary? You can go take a look for us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure.
Come back afterwards,
Don't
please.
kill right away. Like, check with us first. Okay.
Just look.
Just peek.
Yeah, we just want to know who it is.
Okay.
I think we already have a feeling of who it is, right?
I swear to God, if it's the fucking mother
It's
who
your
left.
mom.
One thing that should be clear.
He should be able to telepathically tell us very quickly as well, right?
Right.
Our whole goal in this is
Ooh,
to
that made me give me chills, Chris. God damn, that was good.
kill Orcus.
Someone just went into your room.
Nothing
What?
else really matters. Killing Orcus is our goal.
Start with the targeted on the bracers. These bracers are a source of power for
Oh,
him.
yeah.
If we can remove those, we have a better fighting chance of
That is
defeating
true.
him.
That is true.
And assuming he has an army,
He will.
this is now the chief speaking, by the way.
Delu.
Yeah.
Dalu.
Dalu. Let's have a plan before we go in. We will share it with our officers and, and the low soldiers. And we will do what we need to do tomorrow. If any of you guys have anything you'd like to do tonight, it's on us.
One more thing I'd like to point out, and maybe you should tell your spellcasters this if they have to ready specific spells. Radiant damage seems to be consistently the most effective against all the forces that we've come against.
We will,
I do have one more tidbit that you should be aware of, just in case, and it's information that really should be passed through your ranks, and I'm gonna need you to have a very open mind right now. Okay, can you do that for me?
I mean, it's about as open as it can be with demons
Perfect.
knocking on our door.
There is a significant difference between a demon and a devil.
Mm-hmm.
And on this battlefield, should your forces encounter devils, they should, for the time being, consider them friendlies. Just saying. I really don't want to go into the specifics of it.
We might need to.
Need to what?
Need to go
Might.
into?
I can appreciate. And until it becomes an absolute, I'm going to refrain. I respect your privacy as much as you respect ours. Thank you for your tolerance.
Certainly not enough to say, hey, by the way, I hear mom and dad that you thought were dead.
Yeah, what's Garion observing?
Yeah.
And as you get a report back from Garion, it appears there's just a book on your bed.
Is it magical?
Doesn't appear so.
Mind grabbing it for me then?
Yeah, sure.
Does it smell like her mom entered the room?
Yeah. Take a whiff, man.
Bloodhound Gary.
Yeah, you see her Garion just let out a.
That's some good soul.
Smells like clean linens.
Yeah, I'll
Fresh summer breeze.
I'll bring it back up to you guys.
Oh, why
Serious
is it-
question. Did he sniff the mom in the room? Can he
No,
do
he
that?
can't. He can't.
Oh, he can't? Okay,
No,
fair.
no.
I guess that's a
Very,
nose only for Orcus.
It's very specific to certain entities. Tomorrow morning we will have one more breakfast, brief about our mission, and by lunch be on our way. Do you guys have anything else to add?
Do you have any potential weaponry upgrades that we might have access to?
There's the question.
Especially for the strike force, it is paramount that we attack with the best of everything we can possibly have.
Our best foot forward.
Spare, no expense.
With only a day's notice, we might not be able to get much, but there's a possibility, I would say. In the morning, stop by our Warforge, and we will get some things sorted out for you.
Very well.
Excellent.
I would suggest you all go have a night, just in case it's the last.
You know, since I'm still under the effects of the zone of truth, this chicken was excellent. I don't know who your cook is, but you should pay that guy off. Just saying.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. He does well. Well, I'm going to be off to my chambers.
Weird.
Help yourselves to whatever you need.
Would you guys like to go and hit the bar?
Yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna go and hit the bar.
Perfect. And as Garion's kind of entering the room, you guys are kind of getting up from the table, beginning to make your way out. Garion hands you a small, pretty small little leather-bound journal.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Did you read that?
Backwards.
Did not. No, that's not my business.
All future campaigns, Zoe tries to read a book backwards.
Right.
There's a magical force that prevents it.
Right, prevents me all
You
of a
have to
sudden.
start from page 1.
My ancestors are telling me, fuck that shit.
Reads books backwards. And magically teleports the entire group to another plane of existence.
Attacks children's hospital.
Attacks children.
Threatens people for goods.
You know, it's been a bumpy ride.
We're the worst
Ronnie-
D&D player.
My lineage
No,
is vast and
I love
ever changing.
chaos. I love chaos.
Did you ever take the test?
It,
The wheel?
No, well,
as you make your way out of the town hall, you guys make your way back to the inn that you were at.
Sleepy bartender.
Yeah, exactly. Let's-
called the Yawning Druid.
It's called the Charm Farm. And as you guys
Okay,
walk
that
in
seems
to the
seductive life.
the Charm Farm.
Welcome to the Charm
Bar
Farm.
and Tavern.
There's like a big dude in a suit and he's like got big cover pay.
Oh God.
No, the front of it looks like very inviting and everything. And you walk in,
Yeah,
it's like the most
yeah.
dull, like just just regular bar.
Charm Farm.
One
The whole
leathery
wall.
guy with like the folded
Yeah.
skin who's like dancing in a fucking banana hammock.
But as you guys make your way
Call
back to
his
the
drink
bar,
close.
get yourselves a table. The bartender comes up, gives you guys pretty much whatever you want: gin, beer.
No, gin's working fine for me.
The hardest stuff you have over ice.
I would like an apple teeny. Do they have apple teeny?
With gin, yes.
A gin teeny?
Yeah.
Apple gin teeny. Perfect. Delicious.
Do you want me to make it taste more teeny for you?
I don't mind. Thank you.
More apple, less
I just-
teeny.
Prestidigitation to
It's
change the
super
flavor.
dry.
To
And the bar's a little more full than it was when you guys were previously here. As it kind of fills up, a little bit of music playing in the background at a blaring.
Nice. Quick draw.
Have you guys ever heard this song before?
This is a very popular
It's
song.
very popular. I've heard it's
Yeah.
actually a very
It's like
famous
the F-way anthem at this point.
Yeah, no, it's like 100%. Like this is like what bards play when they get nervous or something.
Right, yeah, I've heard that multiple
And we
times.
have this in hell.
Everyone knows this one.
That's where it's from.
Gary starts jamming out.
And as you guys sit at the bar before your night ends and you guys settle on your day tomorrow, is there anything you'd like to do? Talk about?
I think I handled that well.
Very well. That went
Yeah.
incredibly
Yeah,
well.
I did.
Much better than I.
I was hoping for a little more like reconciliation, like, oh my god, my daughter, oh my god, my mama, papa, oh my god.
38 years though.
No, I don't blame you, but I want you.
Yeah, you know, like finding your father was one thing, but finding out that your mother was
That
alive
was-
as well. That's
Right, and then they
That's a
kill
sting.
some innocent woman.
And they
That
give you the
seems-
bullshit line of, oh, we were doing it for your safety. Like, bitch, I'm like legendary. Are you out here really telling me this? I can protect myself from any dangers you throw my way. I want a mama and a papa.
38 years old at this point, and they still
Right.
cease to say anything, write a letter.
Did they get the milk that they were
And it's
looking
not
for?
like it's
Yeah.
not like they didn't know you existed. I mean,
Right.
your guys' name like is run across Ethway at this point.
Exactly.
And it's not like they finally sought you out. You literally stumbled onto their doorstep, and then they're like, "Oh shit! I guess we gotta admit that's our daughter." Hey,
Right, yeah,
Like-
exactly.
Seems pretty low.
zero effort.
Emberly had no closure. She thought she killed our mother.
You know, maybe it's better that way though.
It would be better that way.
Don't you feel disappointed with what just happened?
She doesn't have to face that kind of disappointment. To find out that she's been bearing this guilt for 38 years and then to run into this situation and have the emotional hurdle and struggle. I mean, you, and I mean this respectfully, are a little bit more emotionally removed, whereas Emberly seemed a little bit more...
She was a crybaby.
She could have at least had that closure. Maybe she would have loved mother and father the way that they are. She could at least had that love.
You know,
I'm not a fool.
parents are overrated.
Power to it.
My
sometimes...
parents were fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about. But my parents are great.
Sometimes...
I killed one of my parents.
Oh,
Did you
Alright.
eat it too?
Jesus.
No, that's.
I didn't even know he was there. Did you guys? Were you keeping
he's
track?
with us.
No, but
just come out of nowhere.
literally,
I mean,
like, Jesus Christ, guy.
I've been with you for like a week.
Sometimes I think chosen family can be better than your given family.
Yeah, I guess.
And to be frank, I know I'm not always the, nicest,
Genuine Bodonic moment here. Pay attention.
but I don't know if there's anybody I'd rather go on a suicide mission
Here
with.
we go. Here we go. This is making me cry.
Then, well, I mean,
No offense.
not trying to be a dick.
Contractually,
I mean,
fine.
you've been fun, Gary.
yeah, no.
Than this
I'm-
table. Perfect.
I agree.
You all seem very close. I'm excited to have gone into a contract bind with you all.
Yep.
Yes, it's very good
Always
business
about the
all the
fun.
ways around.
We're so
Tell me,
close that we
Gary,
can get past the
one-
fact that we killed one of our own. It's fine.
Just one quick. Do you think that you'll tell this story to your family
Yeah, probably.
Do you have a family?
in a
Oh, you
positive?
have daughters.
Like,
Do
oh
we
my gosh, that was
actually
so much
register as
Oh,
players?
you guys are going to be in some history books in hell for sure because you helped me capture.
That does nothing to make me feel good. That does
That feels
nothing.
great, actually.
No, that
Well,
feels
sounds actually
terrible.
pretty good.
I
To
mean,
be
you're
in
gonna
any
go
type of
down
history?
as semi-famous in hell.
That'd be great.
Hey man, celebrities in another plane.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
want to
2
have my
points.
name spoken in hell ever.
Well, I mean, you're kind of the carrier of souls to hell at this point with your new weapon.
I haven't even used it yet,
But you will.
Guys, that makes
unless I
us
can replace it tomorrow.
that makes us famous on 2 planes.
2 planes.
Who else can say that?
No one. I mean,
Probably Orcus.
Mortals.
remember Mercs of Maze potentially?
Yeah,
being
I read a
something?
book about them
Yeah,
actually. There was like a little
There's
like
a
a
pamphlet.
leaflet.
It was very short.
Yeah, it was brief.
Yeah. Weird ending.
Very weird.
Yeah, whatever happened.
Don't
to
they
them.
still have like a farm operating somewhere?
Hey, no, actually, I heard that little Raven person became a very famous artist. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, it was under the pen name of Edgar Allan Crow.
Yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
the yeah, no, actually became pretty famous out there in
I heard
Aurora,
that
if I'm not mistaken. Has an estate up there.
what was the elephant dude still around? I think.
Yeah,
Dan?
no,
That's what he meant.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's probably still out there. Wasn't he an assassin?
Yeah, he was an assassin.
He's
like,
an assassin.
What a horrible
Wasn't it like the
assassin.
worst kept secret ever? Like
Truly.
everyone in the world knew that he was an assassin.
Like it was
Right.
like the only way to make it more
Even I
known is to
knew.
walk in.
Sends a lot of people to me.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still working?
Yeah, it works great.
Ever works contract
How
with
did
you.
he spell his name?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a while since I've read that book.
I mean, phonetically it would be F-A-N.
yeah,
F-A-N.
F-A-N.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And we will end there. That'll be our PH final.
I knew he couldn't resist.
See you guys for episode 18 in 2 weeks. So thank you guys for watching and have a lovely night.